in Game Pass.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SpawnCast episode 138. Got a whole bunch of people here. We were already talking a bit about the Game Awards stuff, so that's why I was a little late because we already talking about it. Sean's
the middle square, and he's enjoying his filters a lot.
Sean recently realized he has a Logitech webcam and decided to download the software for it.
I didn't know that there was software for it, so we're learning.
Okay, you're right in the center.
Yes, well, if you guys haven't realized, Sean's with us tonight. How's it going, Sean?
Good. It's a little dark behind me right now, but all is well.
This is like, man, it's like the first time you learned how to edit properly.
Yeah, definitely. This is like GarageBand, Apple GarageBand.
He's like, wait, this is how green screens work.
See,
wow. I have a green screen story.
Great.
It's a quick one. When I was working at Nintendo Enthusiast, I was making my YouTube videos for them, and I literally was using a terrible webcam and no lighting or anything like that. And I was doing the weekly news show, and then right around that time, another Nintendo channel started to do a weekly news show, and I was like, that's kind of weird. So I showed it to my dad, who was in town. I was like, yeah, this guy, he started a channel, a weekly show right after I did. He was like, what's that thing behind him? How does he have all those visuals behind him? I was like, oh, that's a green screen. Do you have one of those? I was like, no. He's like, you need to buy one of those. So he actually bought me one. And so I used it for a while, and it was cool. But then once I started building up my collection, I just kind of stopped using it. But I wanted to get another one just because, I don't know, I feel like I should have one. And yes, I'm having fun using it.
You have a baby in a jar on a shelf, and you couldn't keep a green screen?
Listen,
it's
his name is Lou.
Green screen, so I could take it down and up and everything.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, Elgato one. It's good. Yeah. And Andy Ackerman donated $75, quite a bit there, saying would like to sponsor an invite for the Game Looters crew, please. We'll take a look at the Game Looters crew, Andy. We don't usually take donations for invites for people, but I will take a look at the
they're all right.
Looters
I've
crew
watched them.
because,
I watch their
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
I was on their show Thursday.
Yes, that's what I thought. Yeah, okay, yeah. So Andy, we'll look in with them to get them on the show. Sean is familiar with them. He's just on their show.
Rax does it all the time too.
Oh, there you go. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll get them on here then. That sounds fun. We'll do that. But thanks, Andy. Good to see you here tonight. We'll go through some of the super chats after we get done some introductions, and I guess before we get into the Game Wars, that's going to be a whole thing as well. And that was all one introduction for Sean, wasn't it?
Yes.
That's pretty short for Sean, actually.
That's true.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah, we didn't talk about Sonic at all. All right, cool. And then MVG, Modern Vintage Gamer, what's going on, man?
What's up? Great to be here.
Good shirt. Windjammers. Very nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I love
Do you have that cart?
I do. I have the original Neo Geo MVS card. I have the PlayStation Vita card, and I have that's all I have, I think. Yeah, but I love the game. Game's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, that's a great game. That's why I'm surprised you have that cart's hard to find. Jeez,
yeah.
Nice. Wow.
I got it years and years ago before the prices got ridiculous.
I mean, they were still pretty expensive when they came out, wasn't it? Wasn't it still expensive?
Yeah, I probably paid about $200 for it.
Was there a window where it wasn't as much as retail, but it wasn't quite expensive for collectors yet? Was there that window where it dipped down a little bit and then it went right back up?
Yeah, the thing with Neo Geo is it never really dips very much. It just keeps going up. The most expensive cartridges are about 20 grand right now. The metal slugs and stuff like that, they're in the $5,000 to $10,000 range. So yeah, it's an investment more than anything, really.
They're
these
basically
days.
full JAMA boards, right? They're just
Arcade 1UP needs to get on that metal slug.
Yeah, I would love a metal slug 1UP cab.
That'd be cool.
With all four of them on there, that would be sick.
Then we have Nate. I think Nate's here. You hear Nate? Direct Feed Games. Nate.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
He sounds so upset.
Another week.
Another week of this
still alive.
Dang. Then we got Evan. Evan, what's up? Hey, I like the RGB lighting behind you there.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Did you just put that up recently?
No, that's been up forever, man. It used to just be purple, though. I had it shifted.
Yeah, it's changing.
I was gonna say I don't remember it changing colors. I just remember it was always one solid.
man.
There's a few settings.
Oh, okay, cool. Very good. Very good. Then Miss Click, what's going on? How you doing tonight?
What's up? Hey, hi.
Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Then we have Jordan's doing something over there.
I was gonna put my RGB lights on changing, but hi,
Do it.
I'm here.
Do it.
Doing
Do
it.
it.
Does everybody just have RGB lights? Apparently,
They're
Yes.
cheap as hell.
I know.
I'm the other one who doesn't.
I like the
I'm gonna get some
thing.
down. I gotta get some.
Oh man, OJ, what's up, man? How's it going tonight?
It's going pretty good, man. Can't complain. Everything was going good until that happened. Actually, it's going bad, and I'm freaking leaving.
Nightmares tonight.
No, it's going good. I've just been really busy. New channels, so been really busy.
Oh yeah, any channels been going pretty well for you there.
Yeah, already over a K, so that's good. 1K, so that's
Oh
good.
yeah, nice.
Congrats.
And then the new channel or the old channel's back to posting again.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
I'm like scared to upload anything, but yeah, the old channel I've started resuming content on there, and the new channel we've been doing stupid funny stuff that I drop like right before, and it's been fun. It's been fun.
Cool. Then Max, what's going on, man? How's it going tonight? Dreamcast guy.
It is Shenmue 3 week.
Oh yeah. How's that going for you? You like it?
Man, it is exactly what I wanted. I'm not going to say it's game of the year. I'm not even going to say it's like a super great game. It is exactly what I want. It is Shenmue 3. I'm so happy, man.
Okay, very cool. We can work from that into what everyone's been up to this week before we get into the topics of the Game Awards mostly. But what's everyone been playing this week? We can talk about some games for a bit.
Garfield Chart. I saw you've been playing Touryst. I've been playing that.
I like the Touryst a lot. I'll talk a bit about the Touryst when we get to that. But
do we have a topic on that? The
Stranding.
Touryst?
we were just going to talk about it in games we've been playing because I know I played it and you played it, but Sean might have been playing the surprise game of the year.
Garfield Kart, which I would like to announce that I am actually a world record holder for 2 of the fastest times on Garfield Kart. So I'm going to be calling Twin Galaxies, telling me to put them in the Guinness World Records for those.
You're gonna get a card.
I need to get a card. Like I really feel like they should be doing a lot for me.
So be sure to get out there and crush those times, people.
This is insane.
But
Dude,
yeah.
I heard that game is hot garbage though.
Oh yeah, I got a review coming tomorrow. You pause the game and all the sounds keep going, and like the engine sound. Was just,
Part of me was hoping you'd say like all the other carts just keep going.
No, I mean it's a mess. I saw someone ask me if I played Shenmue 3 yet. I have not. I'm actually picking that up tomorrow because it is on sale at GameStop. So I will be going to do a little shopping.
The Shenmue, you said? Shenmue?
Yeah, I got to pick up Shenmue 3. I've been playing more Death Stranding. Still like it.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say because they're doing like a steelbook for Shenmue 3, aren't they? They're putting that out there now too.
Oh, Best Buy is, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
If you get it from GameStop, they give you the Phoenix mirrors, and I don't have them, but somebody said that they're like the size of coins, which sort of defeats the purpose. But
well, there you go. Maybe I can. I need to get it as well. So maybe I'll go there, Max. You can have the little Phoenix thing if you want it, the coin.
Dude, yeah, I bought the giant collector's edition that was like a couple $100, and I shipped it to my dad's house. So I'm gonna go over there for Thanksgiving and get it, but I have no idea what all's in it. I just pre-ordered it. It's the one from Limited Run Games, but I'm so excited, and I'm purposely not looking into it type of thing. I want to make it where when I open up the box, I have no idea what it is. You know.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I still need to get it and check it out, but I think I'm gonna get it on sale though. I can't believe it went on sale so fast.
That's what I was saying. It's I think it's $30 tomorrow 35. At GameStop. Is it 35?
Wait, what is
35?
Yeah, Shenmue.
35. Yeah.
Shenmue 3.
I heard GameStop has some pretty good Black Friday deals too.
Well, I made a video on that today.
What?
But yeah, they actually really do. Like I was shocked.
Yeah, it's looking good. Good circular there.
I have a feeling. No, I'm afraid that people aren't going to buy Shenmue 3 because I'll be honest, like without spoiling anything, it ain't the end of the game. It ain't the end of the story, and not by a long shot.
Heard it here first.
They're probably going to need another 3 or 4 games to try and tell all the story. Yes, so that's why I'm a little bit like.
Which crowdfund do you think they're going to hit for the next one?
I was going to say who's.
I don't think
Patreon
going to crowd. I have a feeling that what they may try and do is clearly the engine and a lot of the expanding the world was clearly a big part of the budget. They clearly created a lot of new assets. I'm hoping that maybe if it sells at least halfway decent, maybe Sony or Sega will step in and fund a small expansion-y version of Shenmue 4. Who knows?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who picks it up, because it could end up anywhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the PlayStation or PC, or maybe Microsoft is like, hey, let's bring them back to the Xbox.
Yeah, I'm just saying they can't do another Kickstarter. I just think if they did another Kickstarter, it's gonna fail.
How many years did this game take to develop? It's been like 3 years, hasn't it? Since
it failed in 2015,
right? Yeah, so 4 years.
That's it.
Yeah,
I feel like they should have wrapped it up on this episode.
They really should have.
What's
I
really
know
bad
it's
is
hard because they want, originally supposed to be such a huge story.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that they wrap up a lot of stuff, which really made me happy. Is they actually do answer a lot of questions, but the bad part is then they ask a lot more really good questions. So now it actually makes me mad. It's like, I wish I had Shenmue 4 now. Damn it! And it's probably never going to exist.
30 years.
30 years.
Maybe.
No.
The ways you earn money in this one are so bad. Like, you don't get to there's some forklift driving later on, but one of the main ways you earn money fast is chopping wood. And somebody just posted, the main thing you do is you walk in and go, I would like to chop some wood. And this old man goes, now we're talking. And so people in chat are doing now we're talking.
Oh man. I did finish Jedi Fallen Order. I know you did as well, Jordan.
I did.
And then MVG still working through that one.
I made a video on it.
Yeah,
I want to be like Sean. Needed to promote.
I made one too. I liked it. I like the game. The game was very, very good. I think it's a shame that they didn't nominate it for anything, because apparently it was able to be nominated.
It was like the day of cutoff.
No, apparently they could have nominated it. Apparently, yeah.
Well, then they're just cowards.
It was I just don't think maybe they didn't have enough time to play it. Although it's not terribly long. Like I think it was like a 12-hour game.
No, it was like 12 hours. It wasn't
I went back.
If you go back, if you do collect everything, sure.
Like my skill tree's almost filled out.
Maybe
I got to a point where I was like, this backtracking ain't gonna continue. I gotta put it down.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's a very good game. It's shockingly good for an EA published game. I guess Respawn literally just said, we're gonna make it this way, and
we
I guess
be
EA
saying
just
that.
Said, all right.
Look at what you just said. You just said it's shockingly good for an EA published game. Like, is this not supposed to be a developer that can make a good game? Like, that's
it's shockingly good for an EA game that it doesn't have microtransactions live. It doesn't have any of that stuff in it.
I understand. I'm just saying, we were all alive back when that's nothing shocking for EA to make a good game. So it's cool. I love it. I'm gonna get the game. But it's just kind of sad,
based on what they've done with Star Wars so far.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, in the 90s and the 2000s, EA was.
They were on fire, man. Yeah,
they were so good. Even like the early 2010, maybe that's when they kind of started falling.
Once they figured out that they could make you connect to the internet to play a game, it was over.
Yep,
that was it. It was all
online pass for Madden. You guys remember that? Online passes.
Oh my gosh,
I knew. Yeah.
It was over. I mean, this is a publisher that somehow ruined Dead Space. So
don't even remind me, dude.
How can we make them buy guns in a single player game?
I mean, Jedi Fallen Order has an amazing ending sequence that I really liked. It was very, very good. Good cameo in there to finish it up. So I think
Respawn's not EA though, because Respawn's always been making great stuff. So.
Respawn is very good at making
sticker
games.
on it.
Yes.
Respawn. I don't consider Respawn EA.
That's the biggest thing is I hope it stays that way. Like this game, I hope it sells a ton. It seems like I have seen a lot of people on Twitter. It seems like some people are excited. A lot of people are like, oh, hopefully I'll get it for Christmas. We need to buy this because honestly, like we need to show EA that single player games are marketable without a season pass, without microtransactions.
I can tell you guys right now the sales are very good.
Well, this is kind of one of the Discord questions we have because somebody brought up like Battlefront 2, the single player game from Amy Hennig that got canceled. What made the shift in EA to even make this possible?
Reputation.
I think it's because that Disney deal is coming up soon. And they have to have something to show and be like, well, we have this game and it did really well and people liked it. That's all I can
They
think
have
of.
the people who are talking crap about their other games online and making a stink about it, like the Battlefront games, and make them go, hey, wait, this is actually good. So then look, hey, Disney, look, see, we made a good game. Everyone's talking about how great it is. Would have been greater for their look if it was in the Game Awards at all. But
I almost feel like Respawn made this game quickly as well.
I think this was a quick turnaround.
I feel like Unreal Engine was brought in so it was done faster as well, and it was glitchy out of the gate. So
yeah, it has some issues. Like I noticed there's a lot of like cutscene popping because they use it's like it's real time cutscene. So like when it cuts the camera, people like load in really fast. They seem
to do a lot of repeat enemy types as well. So there's like an economy to how they wanted to get this out quickly. They knew specifically what they wanted and not to scale it up too much.
Also, I need Respawn. Everyone needs to go let them know. I put it out on Twitter. I need Respawn to make it so that we can teleport around those meditation areas when we beat the game. After
I brought that up in my video and your tweet because that would help a lot.
Yes, they need to do that because otherwise it's a pain to navigate some of those maps and look at them because they don't have like a mini map in the top corner or anything either. So
the map
zoom out.
That map that they give you can sometimes just be the worst.
Yep.
To like navigate through, and I'm not gonna spoil like the planet or anything, but one of the harder planets, if you go to first by accident later on and you unlock a certain path in it, if you miss that jump or slip off in your grab and you slide down this area, you have to climb all the way back around, and there's no like quick shortcut up unless you go at least halfway and then find the shortcut. And let me tell you, it's annoying.
I will say everyone should go check it out. I think it's worth the money. I know some people will look at it and say, I'll wait for a little bit. That's fine. I wouldn't
really soon though, isn't it?
I would pick it up whenever it goes on sale. If it drops to like $40, I would jump on it immediately.
If you need a new Xbox One X for Black Friday for like $350, you can get it bundled in there.
Yeah,
so,
that's right.
Yeah,
it's a good deal.
I can see this game being cheaper on Black Friday.
Yeah.
Easily.
I haven't seen it yet though. Like there's deals. Like, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I know Walmart sells it for $50 immediately, but like, I would look for it once it hits 35 to 40 anywhere. Just grab it. It's worth it. Sean, what are you doing?
This will be great for the audio only people.
It's worth it. It's worth it though. So yeah. Well, Evan, what about you? You still on Pokemon?
Still working on a team. I decided to try to build a Sandstorm team, so I'm just working on it.
Oh my god.
I saw you with like all level 100 Pokemon.
Yeah, that was the starter, but now I'm getting a bunch of level 100s that are flawlessly EV'd.
I saw that. I was like, all right. So I've been messing around with Sword whenever I get a chance to.
If you need me to trade you anything, that'll just thrash its way to victory.
But you gotta have to have level 100, you have to have like the final badge, right?
To have one that'll listen to you, yes.
Although I guess it'll fall asleep and then occasionally it'll just flick whatever's in front of me and kill it like immediately.
Finger of got it to death.
Yeah. I've been doing my full playthrough on stream, so like I've been taking it very slow because it's just when I stream I'm playing it. And it's great. Like I'm actually having a lot of fun with it.
I kind of did that. That was my first 17-hour stream.
Dude, but since then you just haven't stopped, dude. You've been messaging me like, help, like take me away from this game.
It's been alright. I mean, it's still Pokemon, so I go through it. I'm like, yeah, okay, this is Pokemon. I did find the N64 tree, so we're good there. I found it.
But it's only that one
took a
tree in that one area.
I did. I took a picture. I was like, yeah, 64 tree.
Every other tree in the game, aside from the wild area, even trees in the wild area, but like that one city that's been shown out, like are incredibly done. This is just like it's one lazy asset that they copied and pasted.
Some parts of the game look really good, and then other parts I'm like, ooh, what happened here?
The main parts that don't look good are in the wild area, and I think it's just because of all the people constantly loading in. They had to cut down the necessary stuff.
Yeah, it is a game that actually looks sharp on the TV because I think it's native 1080, so it's like, okay, this doesn't look Vaseline affected or anything.
Like the gym leader battles look amazing.
Those are smooth,
and
they sound
Nessa,
amazing.
Like when you fight against Nessa, that like the water and everything looks fantastic there. You know,
I also like. I saw some people saying they didn't like.
What was all that about? I like Nessa's hair. The hair looks good. Her
hair, nice.
Yeah, her hair on her head. There's blue streaks of hair that she has on her head.
Blue Streak was a good movie.
That's a good movie.
Oh man. I'm enjoying Pokemon for what it is though. I don't take it that serious. I'm not as into Pokemon, so I just kind of play it and
how dare you
have fun with it and move on.
dare you?
I don't know. that's how I work with it. But I will say one game that everyone's sleeping on and they shouldn't be is the Tourist.
Yes.
I actually like it quite a bit.
I've never heard of it.
Taurus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that new game from Shinen.
Yeah, Shinnin.
I don't know what that is either.
Shinen.
Shining.
It's the
Shinin multimedia.
It's the Shinen.
the developers that
Yelling it doesn't help.
Spelled with a Y.
Yeah, with the Y.
It's the developers that did Fast RMX.
The Tourist for Switch.
Yeah, and it is
There's
actually
a movie called The
it's very
Tourist.
good. It looks like 3D Game Heroes first of all, when you're playing it, and it has that kind of that effect in the background where everything's kind of blurred too far away from you like Zelda, but I think it's actually done like better, which is interesting. And the whole game has barely any load times. It's like 200 megabytes. But
Oh my gosh. This looks really cool.
Yeah, so this game is a puzzle adventure game.
Ew, it looks like Minecraft.
It's 3D Game Heroes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is so cool. I love that the lighting effects are so dramatic. I'm looking at a level where he's got a bunch of mice he's trying to fucking escape from. This is so cool.
So it's a puzzle adventure game. You don't even have a health bar in it, but they have all these puzzles set up. There are bosses, and the idea is you're a tourist that goes to one island, and then you keep unlocking more and more islands, and you solve puzzles, and you have quests that you go on that are like to-do list things, and it's kind of neat. They're in the beginning you go to 4 different temples. After you do that, there's a bit of a swerve in it to kind of mess with the story. It's pretty cool. I'm liking it right now. So
How much is it?
$20.
20? It's not bad.
Yeah.
Look it up.
It's
That's
pretty.
not
It's
bad.
cheap, and like I said, it's 200 megabytes, so it downloads like super quick. So Shinin's very, very good at that.
Yeah, they're very good at optimizing. I wasn't really surprised because of like Fast RMX, you know. But this game might definitely be like their best game. I'm definitely enjoying it a lot more than like, let's say, like, what was the game they did before? Jet Rocket. That game back on it was like on the Wii,
Yes,
or the
yes,
3DS.
I remember that.
I
game.
like it more. I like it more than like Jet Rocket. That was the last time. And then they did like Fast RMX for like forever, right? They did like on the Wii U, then like they did another
Fast
one on the
RMX is
Switch.
good on the Switch too.
It's great. It's absolutely great. But this one just has a little. I think this one has a little bit more depth, like with the different islands that you can go to.
Yeah.
Kind of everything. It's just a lot more of a. I mean, if you're single player, obviously the multiplayer in Fast RMX is not bad. But yeah, I definitely suggest it. I mean, Shinin, they're very good, and you'll be surprised with just kind of like how fast it downloads. I mean, it is $20, which is a little bit more expensive on the indie side.
Front page of the eShop. Hell yeah.
It's still really good though.
Yeah, is it? It is on the front page. Or is it
Like, as soon as you open it, because I guess did it come out today or did it come out recently?
like
it's
2
the
days
recent.
ago, I think.
Yeah, it's the top of the recent releases.
I think I'm like. I think I'm like 4 hours in, and I'm more than 50% done. So it's not like a super long game, but it's there's some quality there. It's 1080p 60 frames too.
It looks so cute. All right, I'm getting that.
So it's clean. It's good motion. It's good overall though. So I think people should check it out. Don't sleep on Tourist. Good game. Good game. Good game.
He's killing me right now.
And there's a point in the game where you buy soundtracks for a DJ, and one of the tracks is from Fast RMX. So
Nice.
it's kind of neat. Kind of neat. What about MVG? What have you been up to, man? What have you been playing?
I've been playing Game of the Year, Death Stranding.
Oh man, here we go.
Game of the Year, baby.
Death
Game of
Stranding.
the Year.
How far are you in it now?
Chapter 9. Chapter 9.
I gotta pick it back up. 'Cause that's where I stopped.
Well, last week
else.
I was
It's so
complaining.
long.
Last week I was complaining that the commitment to get back into the game, and I played it all of Sunday last week, and I grinded like for 12 hours, and then I've been playing it every night since. So I love the game. It's so good. It's so
Okay.
good.
Wow. All right. There you go.
Yeah, I played a little more as well.
Wait. Hold on. MVG, did you pick up Pokemon yet?
Yeah, but I haven't actually played it yet. So I have the game. Yes.
Oh man. You can hear Jordan over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up.
I
here in a
haven't.
second.
I haven't picked it up.
What?
You didn't even get it yet, Sean?
I haven't.
I'm not surprised. You bought
I'm-
Garfield.
Exactly. I had the priority.
He's got to hold the world
Wait, you haven't
records,
picked
man.
up Pokemon or you haven't picked up Death Stranding?
No, I haven't picked up Pokemon.
He definitely
Okay,
has a
you just
small
got a
child
baby
on a
randomly
counter,
by
so he's
itself?
got that.
He specifically ordered the baby.
Just the baby.
Listen,
no,
let me tell you, when I went to New York, right, for the Pokemon launch, and the place I stayed at, my friend's place, in the room I stayed at, he had the baby in there with the light on purpose.
Was it bright?
And it is the scariest thing when you're alone in that room and it's just staring at you and the lights on. I'm like, this is the worst experience of my life. I don't want to look at this. It's gonna haunt my dreams.
That's great. That's awesome.
Break its head through the glass.
Free the baby.
What about Nate? What we got, Nate?
What the hell did I play this week? Black Future 88.
Wait a minute. Did I see that on the eShop?
It's like a cyberpunk roguelite.
Cybertruck.
Okay.
Cybertrucks?
I think that no, you drive in through a Cybertruck at the beginning, you crash through the whole scene, and Elon Musk comes out and breaks the window, and he says, "Oh shit, that wasn't supposed to happen."
We'll fix it in post.
I almost pre-ordered one of those trucks.
What? Why?
Because it's only $100 pre-order. You can get your money back.
Oh my gosh! It's not even out for like 2 years, right?
Exactly. Just put it, I'll take
Like
down for
21,
pre-order.
yeah.
I just wanted one.
Pre-order a truck like a video game, dude. Like,
Heck yeah, only $100 down today. $100 down today. I was
Did you see the one where someone has it's Cruising USA on the choose your car screen and like how it lifts your car up? It looks like that, and they're like, "Man, I love Cruising USA."
Oh man,
dude, I welcome this this future of all the cars looking like
Cars
that.
without rear view mirrors.
All right.
Yeah, Blade Runner.
All right,
Exactly.
Nate, do you play anything else other than that? I know you've been playing. Wait, Joe, did you get Pokemon?
No, not yet. The friend who was supposed
man.
to gift it to me hasn't responded to his offer.
Oh, dude,
your
they're
friend?
out. They're gone, dude.
Yeah, probably.
Nate, I will get you Pokemon.
No,
they
you don't have
saw.
to get me
They saw.
Pokemon.
Actually,
Nate, I will get you
get you
Pokemon.
I don't want you to get me Pokemon Fringe.
oh,
They must
Why?
have see there was like $60 or
Why?
something. I don't know.
I'm offended.
They
I'm
like
sorry.
took off, Nate. I don't know what happened there, man.
You got me a ginger ale in March, so we're good.
Ginger ale.
Yeah, he was like, "What do you want to drink?" He's like, "I'll take a ginger ale."
Don't
And then he got questioned about his outfit.
The most serious of sodas.
Was your tummy upset and you needed a ginger ale? Like,
He's having a bad
the
day.
ginger ale is good. Don't hate.
light and
on
refreshing.
Did you say you said you're going Pokemon Sword, Nate? Is that where you're going?
Oh, everyone keeps saying I should get the Pokemon with the apparent hot gym leader, which I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Apparently,
Which
like,
one?
I don't know. I didn't play it.
Ask OJ. OJ, which one's
Which one's
the
the hot gym leader where people are like,
Yeah, who's the one with the blue hair?
Yeah.
That's in both
She's
of
not a
them.
thought, okay? She's not a
Whoa.
No one. Who
and, her
said
name,
that?
and her name is Nessa.
Oh,
She's special to
Sean's
OJ.
dead, so
No source selected.
She's just wearing a nice. She's just wearing a nice crop top and some like shorts.
Is she in Sword or Shield?
Isn't she in both?
I think she might be in both.
She's
I
in
think she's
both. The only
both.
difference is the
So then
fighting
Nate,
and the
which one are you
ghost.
talking
no, there's one that's only in like one version.
Then that would be the
like
fighting one.
Alistair's in one, and then who's in the other?
Bay? B?
Bay.
Bay?
Maybe, yeah.
I love her. I call her tough.
Yeah.
She's tough. But
Wow.
What?
we're like
Avatar? Hello?
Sean learned that he has a lot.
Sean is apparently having like universe brain moment.
He's trying to figure out how to put it behind him, but he can't.
yes, I can't figure it out. I just watched the tutorial video too.
Sean's gone.
Call Rax over to your house. He'll
He's
do it.
playing No Man's Sky right now.
Sean.
it does look like that.
Oh, Melanie. Isn't she the ice or something?
I don't know.
I don't know. All these people kept posting her picture and they're like,
She is
I love
thick.
Pokemon Shield now. I'm like, what?
That's probably who they're talking about. Yeah, that's
I thought you were getting Sword,
Melanie.
Nate, because everyone like voted for you to get Sword.
Everyone voted for Sword, but then like the vote was like 1% difference. So I guess I had to do like a recount and I had to go to like law and where now it's just open to every
What is this,
version.
a political process here? Just pick a version.
Well, which one
a
has
coin.
Farfetched with his like 80-foot spear?
Sword.
Flip a
All right,
coin.
then Sword wins.
But it's so
There you
easy
go.
to trade though. You can get like I got Shield. I already got a Farfetch. Like people will just trade you instantly.
So does that mean I get Shield for the thick gym leader?
You can get it in either. The thick is everywhere.
I think she's in both. She's in
If
both.
you like pale skin.
It'd be like that.
You got to make a video being like my thick impressions of Pokemon.
Yeah.
I went with the
Everyone's
thick
typing
edition
thick.
Okay. What?
with 2 C's. They know.
Thick's in the chat. God damn it. Okay.
Did you play anything, Nate, other than that indie game that you're talking about? Did you play anything else?
I played a soccer game on the Switch.
Oh, I saw that. Wait, is that the one?
Golazo.
What is it? You just get all these games, don't you, Nate? You just
Well, I
grab
saw.
them,
I'm like, oh,
whatever.
soccer game. You could get like special powers. I was like, this might scratch that Mario Striker's itch.
It did not look like it would, but all right.
Hey, you get like super tackle, and there's no fouls. I destroy some guy. I kick the ball halfway across the field. 'cause
Is
I
that
got
the one that's like
super
top
kick.
down?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Did they ever do was it Super Strikers, the Neo Geo games on on the eShop yet?
I thought they did a soccer game.
They did one, yeah.
Yeah, that would be the one you want to go for if you want a good soccer game.
I just have the GameCube still hooked up with Mario Strikers. It's the way to go.
That'll work.
Yeah. Perfection. You can't improve it.
They just got to port it, move it over. Anything else,
This
Nate?
guy regrets buying Sword because of the thick gym leader.
No, she's in both.
No, I like Bay better.
Yeah, Bay's
There's
the
thickness
only
for
difference.
everyone.
Fighting gym
enough
leader.
thickness
She's
to go around.
baby.
Nate, you just need to pick whichever one just pick which one you want.
Doesn't
There's
matter.
babes to go around, bro. You got to catch them all.
Yeah, just go pick it up tomorrow. It's cool. So
Real
I'll see your
babies.
desktop.
Never-
Yeah, that's fine.
Wow. Of course you would be your own.
Why isn't this working?
It's actually lagging you out a little
Because
bit.
you're using ghetto
God.
Logitech software.
No, it worked on the Logitech software though. I just
I
watched
know,
it.
but, like,
before.
You say that, but we're
Okay.
seeing the opposite.
We'll fix it in post.
Do you have to download the video?
It'll be fine.
I'll
Oh man. What about Misclick? What have you been playing? Death Stranding?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I
Good,
thought you were
good.
playing Death Stranding. Yeah. How far are you?
Heck
Or how
yeah.
far are you in it right now?
I don't want to spoil anything, but I just completed the Mama chapter, and I'm
Oh.
not
that was
okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll say that one was good. Yeah.
oh,
Mm.
that was intense. That chapter.
God,
Uh,
the game is just like when you because you're like so isolated for a while, so when you finally like get through the cutscenes again,
mhm.
and then they pull like ish like that, or it's just like, damn, you're kind of
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm not okay.
Yeah, it picks up pretty well after the third chapter. So
Well, yeah, because you're like excited to finally like interact with like people outside of just like the random like
Calls,
preppers and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you finally interact with them and then like stuff like that happens, you're like, well, shoot, I'm really alone.
What I like about it is it's interesting that the game has its own vocabulary to such a heavy degree. Like there's so
Yeah.
much like scientific fake terminology that
Yeah.
they kind of just code on you, and you're at the point of the game now where all of it makes sense. Of the BTs and AAs and EEs, it's like okay, I know everything now.
You slowly learn it. And it's like
Yeah.
it's a lot to take in at first, and you're like, wait, okay, this, but what is this? Or like you'll watch a
Yeah.
cutscene, you're like, who is this? And then like, you know, the next chapter you'll see the same cutscene, but you'll see like 30 seconds before the original cutscene you saw. So
Mhm.
it puts in a whole new light, and you're like, dude, this just changed the context of what I thought in the previous chapter, you know? So it's like it's a mystery game too, in a way, you know? It's
Yeah.
like you're trying to figure out like what the frick happened.
Did y'all see that there was that viral tweet where it said like this mission was supposed to take me 5 hours, but I built a giant zip line in Death Stranding and I did it in 5 minutes. And you see him just ziplining across the whole map, and it says,
I had a buddy-
this zip line. It's like this zip line took me 12 hours to build though, so I still went time.
I had a buddy build a grid of zip lines around a whole section of the map, so he
Yep.
started running missions that were just done instantly. He just
It
go
will-
flying
it will-
around.
yeah, and it looks so funny because the wind effect is just so it's like, what am I doing?
Did you play more Pokemon too, Misclick?
Yeah, I played a little bit. I just need to beat this game so my other half can play it before Game Awards because
On,
he's
Death
like,
Stranding?
"Did
Yeah.
you finish the game yet?" And I'm like, "Nope, I just reached halfway." And he's like, "Are you freaking kidding me?"
Yeah, you still got a way to go with that.
Yeah,
you still got a
exactly.
bit. Mm.
How many chapters are there? 15? Is it 15?
14,
14, and there's the epilogue at the beginning.
Yeah, but I think even saying that is
And then there's a movie at the end.
Yeah. I'm
I
trying to
love
make the game
movies.
too before
Once you finish
the
it, Jordan?
Game Awards.
No, not even close. I haven't had a lot of time. I've been traveling and editing.
What have you been playing, Jordan? What are you up to?
Jedi. I came home from New York and I was like, I could play Pokemon, but I really wanted to play
Dude,
Jedi.
Jedi's good, right? That's what I'm saying.
And I couldn't put it down until I beat it. Like any free time I had, I just threw back on Jedi.
I still want to play it more just to try to honestly 100% the thing because it's really
Because
fun.
I was finding out like more secrets, like just hidden stuff that like does nothing to the game, but that's just cool stuff afterwards of beating it that I just want to go and do. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. I thought the story was really cool. I thought where it fits itself in the universe is pretty cool.
I will say the end part, like the final like scene, I thought that was a little underwhelming. Like there wasn't much payoff for me.
Yeah, it kind of there's as cool as it was. I'm really trying hard not to spoil it, but as cool as it was, I think that there was a shoehorned moment in that, and I was like, okay, we have to shove this in anything Star Wars related.
and that's it. We have to keep in mind. Definitely, this movie was forced to be released before the next Star Wars movie, so they have to just like they have to lure it up.
Like I like the sequence.
I liked
leading
it a
up to
lot.
but then like the last scene on the ship where they have their final objective. That was like,
I thought
credits. I was like, okay.
I thought there was gonna be like one more like stinger, like a build up to a sequel.
I thought it was gonna. Yeah, exactly. I thought it was gonna lead into the sequel. Like I thought they were gonna see something that like then led them to the next thing. Like it's gonna be a cliffhanger.
I do love the other characters, especially a certain character that comes aboard later on. They were really cool. And I like that the morale choices about the decisions that need to be made towards the end of the game with what you're doing, the main purpose of the game. And I thought that was really cool as well, how they handled that. And it's like, it's funny because like we have 12 hours with these characters roughly for game time, aside from doing all the other stuff. And I felt more connected in a part of their journey than 2 of the 2-hour movies that we have of the new, movies. And I'm like, there's a reason why I'm not as excited for episode 9 right now, but I love The Mandalorian because it's giving me time to build this lore. I love Jedi because I've gotten to really know these characters. And 2 movies in, I'm like, oh yeah, we forgot about Reyes to do some stuff.
I think the thing is, it's definitely the testament to the acting, and not spoil it. Like right at the beginning of the game, I feel like it gets you so just how when your buddy is falling, it just pops up a giant prompt on the screen to like use the Force and save his life. Like the second it. Okay,
Sorry.
It's so
Logitech camera,
really,
Sean's game of the year.
Right. It gets you invested by showing these people in such a realistic way, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm so impressed by how well they managed to do it because, in my opinion, the game feels short. Like, not just because it doesn't have any filler. It's just kind of planet plot, and then it's over, So.
Plus, I love, like, Imperial Inquisitors. Like, I think, like, the second sister, is specifically, like, her character is
scary.
Great.
Oh,
her character and her backstory and how it's really well done. I liked her a lot.
Yeah. Well, in her trash talk, it's nice to see. Like, I feel like so many of the Empire seem so like cold, in my opinion. So it's cool to like see someone who's just like, just give up. I killed your whole people. I don't care.
Yeah, it's good. Like I said, people should check it out. It's a good pickup. What about
it's a good Star Wars.
What about OJ? We've been up to, man.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Pokemon. Doing a video on that coming up pretty soon.
So you've been grinding away in Pokemon, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
you've been just leveling like crazy, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty strong for where I'm at because I'm on like level 40 something, and I'm like, I just beat like the second gym. I'm going to the third, so I'm already like pretty strong for where I'm at. Haven't had as much time as I want to play, but definitely having a ton of fun playing that. Sean's with this back.
But Sean, just looking at your face, you could tell this is a big deal to you.
Yeah, this is definitely a big deal for him. But no, it looks good. Definitely looks good. But I've been playing Pokemon. Been playing Touryst too. Touryst is great. Picked up that. Did some. I have a couple videos coming on that, so that's been a lot of fun. And outside of that, I don't think I've played too much else outside of Pokemon, just because Pokemon and Touryst. So I'm gonna get the Jedi game at some point, but I'm looking forward to playing that. I'm gonna get Control. Gotta play the greatest game ever, apparently, Control. So I'm gonna pick up that. Yeah.
Talk a bit about that.
Yeah, when we get to it, I have a lot to say. 'Cause I love that game, but people are hating on it. I thought it's a fun game. It is weird to see it on a Game of the Year list, though.
Yeah, we'll talk a bit about that one too.
Gonna get that game, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That'll be next week. I get that, but and I'll give my impressions on that. But yeah, just a lot of Pokemon's super dope. It's fun. I was a competitive Pokemon player back in Diamond and Pearl. Like I went online, I was like ranked and like one of the top. Like I was hardcore into competitive, and they've made it so much easier for people who don't have time to dedicate their whole damn life to Pokemon.
2 hours, level 1 to 5-star, then fully hyper trained out Pokemon at like top tier. 2 hours. That's all it took.
Exactly. Whereas before, back in the day, Diamond and Pearl, it took forever. And like heart scales, don't get me started on hard scales. Like if there's a move that you need to remember, you can just go to the Pokemon Center and any move that bam, right there. So it's so much easier and better for competitive teams. So people are really getting into that. So I'm gonna start I gotta beat the game, but then I'm gonna start building my competitive team and kind of get back into that. There's not as many broken Pokemon as before.
There's a couple that are starting to shine.
There's a couple, but it's not like there's as much. I've seen the broken ones, but oh my gosh, like I don't know if you played Black and White or Black and White 2. Dude, you just get lost in that game. Everybody uses the same ones. Like you just get so lost in that game because of the competitive Pokemon. So I'm looking forward to kind of getting back into that. So I've just been doing a lot of Pokemon.
Nice. I haven't had as much fun with Pokemon like this, like intensely since like Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Honestly, like this game is like I'm not even that far in, but like as soon as you get to the wild area, it's like I don't want to do anything in this game. I just want to play in the wild area for a bit. It's really fun. The raids, all that stuff is great.
Raids are fun.
Evan, why don't you hit us with a Discord question while I move over to the super chats so we can talk a bit about the Game Awards.
Well, this one's for you. When are we getting that Oculus Quest teardown video?
Oculus Quest, you know what? The Best Buy near me doesn't have it, but I think they have them on Amazon, so I can probably just order it on Amazon now, which is good because I believe if I have the Oculus Link, I think there's a way to actually hook it up now. So if I get that, I'll have it ready for Half-Life.
Dude, that game looks sick.
Yeah.
I'm excited about
I was hoping it was going
It's
to come
still
to
gonna get
PlayStation.
trashed.
I was hoping it was going to come to PlayStation VR, but it's not. So I'll have to pick up one of the newer headsets now. I'm not getting the Index.
My buddy
I
has
still
a
kind of want
Vive.
the Index personally.
Yeah, I have the PSVR, and honestly, I just don't want to buy another VR thing. I don't really use my PSVR. After that first month, it's kind of just like, okay, so this game looks good. I'm definitely just gonna go over to my buddy's house. This game's probably only like 3 hours or 5 hours, anyways.
I think they
feel
said
like
what 15 or thought.
Yeah,
that's what what's his name
15.
said.
Yeah, that's what Keely said. Yeah.
Well, then I'll spend a long vomit-inducing day. In
Wait,
VR,
is Keely in the game?
probably.
VR Alex Game of the Year.
Oh man, that's great. Yeah, I need to do that because I really wanted to see what was going on inside that Oculus Quest. I was curious. Let me go through some of the super chats. Don Wilson says Mario Maker 2 Game of the Year. Random Gaming News says keep up the great work. Love watching your videos every weekday. Pablo says R.I.P. Stinky Mobile.
R.I.P.
That's for Sean. Sean's rolling around in style now. So.
Give the new car a week. It'll get to that stinky smell.
Yeah.
He'll drop a burger.
No, it's too. I bought like spray so that I
So you
can
can come around
this
the corner store, spilling like a hamburger and Arizona iced tea, smoking a cigarette. It's already trashed.
No,
Great time.
I hold the cigarette up the window.
Get one of
and
those.
like
The smell still comes back in. The smell doesn't stay outside the window.
it's not as bad though.
Get one of those.
I mean,
Febreze
okay, to
things,
be
Sean.
fair, you're right.
That like
Yeah.
attached to your vent. Get one of those things. Those are good.
Yeah.
Hunter N64 says Garfield Kart Furious Racing is Game of the Year. Got snubbed.
Oh
I
god.
mean, you can make a case for it.
But wait, what's meat of the week?
You can make a case. Look, if you can make a case for like Control, I think we can make a case.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Hey, everybody. Garfield
Sean.
Kart is the control of. Oh my god. Oh.
Sean, what's
love
meat of the
it.
week?
I mean, Jump Force got nominated. Anything's possible.
You know,
Yep.
Jump Force got nominated. That's all I got. You guys are laughing, but
Wait, for what?
Jump for fighting game of the
fighting
year.
game.
of the Year.
That's sad because Power Rangers, Nate said, you know, nobody really covered Power Rangers, which is honestly a damn shame because I was one of the few people that did, and that game absolutely kicked ass. Like, I love that game so much. I bought the Super Collector's Edition from Limited Run. That was like $90 that I still haven't freaking gotten
Real
yet.
crayons
You
again.
got the one. You probably got the one copy, Sean. Just realized
It was so good. Like Justin Wong, I think helped like create
it's-
the fighting engine in it. It's
Mechanically speaking, it's great too.
It feels a lot like a Marvel vs. Capcom game, which I loved.
I've seen tons of you know, people playing the game. I mean, Maximilian Dude has been playing it. Some of the FGC guys have been playing it. Looks great. The fact that it wasn't there, that's very unfortunate. Bro, even like Kill or Kill, like that game wasn't nominated. That game's good. That's like a good arena fighter. But I mean, I think there was some issues like what people perceived with that game because like the women are like naked in the game, so it's like
Yes.
So, you know,
We'll come back to
But the
that.
game's
We're
good.
gonna talk about the category
fine.
for the award show. Eric,
Not for an award show.
Eric says thanks for doing this every week. T-Joe says Death Stranding being at the Game Awards doesn't surprise me at all. In fact, I saw it coming a mile away. But Control does. Why is nobody talking about Control? We'll
Oh,
talk a bit about that, Joe. At the
I'll talk about it.
That's gonna be interesting.
Exposed.
don't do that, Sean. Please don't do that.
I saw Jordan call my name, and so I clicked Discord.
I'm just asking what the meat of the week is.
Oh,
What the meat of the week is.
the meat of the week was ham.
Oh,
Again?
Okay.
No, it was roast
No,
beef
it's roast
last
beef.
time.
Thank you.
But to be fair, it was roast beef for like 4 weeks in a row.
Maybe
And
like
then last
two.
week it was ham, on which he claimed the week before it was ham, which and therefore was actually roast beef. So
That's
it's
a lot of
like going
ham.
through this paranormal activity, dude.
I can show you the ham.
It better be
I
turkey
want to
next
see the
week.
ham.
I can show you the ham.
If it ain't turkey next week, I'm calling you out.
Doctor says, so any thought on Nintendo adding a subscription service to Animal Crossing Pocket to receive loot box? I mean, surprise mechanics. I mean, fortune cookies.
I did a whole video on it.
You did a whole video on the subscription. They added 2 of them, right?
I did a video talking about that. I also did a video with Clean Prince on his channel about it. It's greedy and then greedy, and it's really bad. And what you get is awful. It's a lot to explain, but easy version is a $3 subscription that gives you a month to try free, meaning you'll forget about it, and it's just a $3 charge that happens when the new Animal Crossing game comes out. And it just gives you faster crafting times, some free tickets to spend, which is the regular currency you can purchase, leave tickets, and stuff like that. You can assign a helper to basically play the game for you when you're not playing.
Oh, good.
And then
game. Nice.
Exactly. Then there's an $8 version, which gives you basically 5 little fortune cookies a month of new and old items that you can or can't get usually, which is their loot box. Then you also get access to like faster load times and their journal. So it's not worth it. Okay, don't
buy
stop.
it.
Why are you just Animal Crossing?
Did you say paying for faster load times?
Faster, like
Crafting.
so instead of like taking 24 hours to craft you a table, now
Yeah.
it takes 30 minutes to craft that table.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Going after those whales, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Which usually should be me for something I love, like Animal Crossing, but even I'm like, okay.
I mean, just
Yeah.
wait. Just
I
wait
think
for
it's-
Animal Crossing.
I'm
next
just,
week.
yeah, exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no point in buying or investing into that game
That,
at all.
that cell phone life, man.
I was partially terrified that you're gonna have to worry about crafting times and horizons.
I swear,
the only one?
if they
I was about
even
to
jinx
scream.
me. Don't even jinx it.
Then
Scare me.
Doctor says, take my free super chats. Then we have Jay from BK. Message deleted. Okay. Doctor says, by the way, you ever going to have Review Tech USA on? Yeah, we've had Rich on before. We'll have him on here
Yeah.
again. Absolutely.
We've had him on twice, but yeah, we should definitely have him back.
Yeah,
Rich
my
back
first
on.
time was with him.
That's right. Yeah, you had the.
Nice.
Fond memories.
God dang it!
He was like,
been a-
"Skip it up and leave up."
Are you happy, Rich? Are you happy?
Exposed.
He's rubbing his
This
teeth on it
bed
right
is
now.
brought to you by
I
CuttingEdgeGamer.com.
said he's got it right now. He's like, oh, yes. Yes. I don't know where my remote went. I threw it.
Oh, we're cucumbering this one up.
That's not the word. Shut
We're
up.
a family
Shut up,
podcast.
Chet. Get out of here, Chet. You're all banned.
He's like, oh, it's over the exposing.
We're breaking the lull threshold.
God dang it. I'm losing my
I was gonna
best
say
at
that's
it.
good. That's good.
Oh my god. Someone in chat said this orgasm is sponsored by Cutting Edge Gamer.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. This is getting clipped. That's getting clipped. Bad.
You're the worst.
It's over.
Exposed. Exposed.
Ricky says, glad to catch you alive. We need another.
Is it a hammerhead?
Yeah.
You should get out of there, man.
Another Jet Set / Jet Grind radio on the Switch. Thoughts? Yeah, they should do that. They put it on mobile phones and stuff at one point, I think, on Android. So yeah, why not move at least the old one over? They need to do that anyway because they're talking about M2 doing Dreamcast stuff on the Switch at some point. So
Oh, thank God.
that'd be cool. Pablo says, based on Evan's tweets, he really liked Pokemon.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right. It's not bad. Not bad.
Ricky Puckett with three spots here, but no message. Thanks, Ricky. Appreciate it. Armin says, I received a free super chat, but I don't watch live streams. Here you go. I guess they're doing that a lot. They're just passing out free super chats for a lot. So yeah, because right away after that, Jose for Life says, here's a free super chat. Love the SpawnCast. Armand says, got 2 more coming. Yeah, Armand says here's another. Yeah, so they were just giving out free super chats. Thanks everyone for doing the free super chats. Appreciate that. And Doctor says Garfield Kart over Mario Kart. But that's such a Sean, man. That's
accurate.
We'll find out tomorrow. We will find out tomorrow. Pretty details.
All right, check out Sean's video tomorrow. Check his video out. Matthew, no message. Thanks, Matthew. Armin says here's the last one. Thanks, Armin. Aiden Quinn says, when it's dark outside, you walk into a bright room and it's hard to see. I walked in to watch the stream and confused MVG for Johnny Sins.
All right.
And then Matthews has no message. Doctor says RGT needs to live stream 2K20 with Stevie Richards. You need to live stream that wrestling game, Sean, when that drops. What's it called? You need that one.
Retromania Wrestling, which is now official, the licensed successor to WrestleFest.
Yes, you need to live stream that with Stevie Richards.
Hopefully, I'm going to have a cameo in that game. They've been teasing that I'm going to have a cameo.
Are you going to be in a cutscene?
I don't know. Look
He's
at this.
going to be in the audience with a sign.
That's a whale shark, Sean. Are you learning?
You're a whale shark.
Red Dragon says hi. Hi. Larry says I still have PTSD from the rumored Metroid Prime trilogy at last year's Game Awards.
Damn.
Yeah, that's gonna be around until they finally announce it. Yeah.
At least it won't be lifelong.
That we know of.
It won't be lifelong suffering.
Oh, it won't be lifelong suffering. Yeah.
Hello? Someone just knock on a door?
I heard that.
Knocking on wood. I'm knocking on wood.
Okay.
Oh, because like I was
God,
like,
First review tech and now wood? Jesus.
that brings a whole new meaning to beat 'em ups.
It's the rumor cast.
I'm getting divorced. That's all. All right.
Those are two bad picks. I mean, if you're going, they're not horrible.
Xavier says, "What is everyone's game of the year so far?" We'll talk about that, Xavier, when we get to the Game Awards show. We'll keep that in mind for that. Legendary Link says, "Free super chat, you guys rock, and thank you for keeping us all informed on the latest gaming news." And then Fish Fan says, "RGT85, congrats on the book. You talked about Deli Meat of the Week already. It's ham, right?"
Yep, and the book, yes.
Yes, the book.
The book is officially done. It will be up on Amazon within 72 hours. I did not realize there was a verification process for that. It is currently up on Castlemania Games' website if you wanted an autographed copy. The only difference is there is unfortunately shipping with Castlemania Games because I have to order the books, ship them to me, sign the books, and then ship them out to him, and then he has to ship them to you. So there is shipping. It's a couple bucks, but it is still only $20 just plus shipping. Whereas Amazon, it is free, but you do get a little squiggle on it, and there's the link to Castlemania. So
Is it a picture book?
Do you have a cool autograph?
How much do I have to color in?
No, dude, this thing is legit.
It looks good. It looks really good. Yeah,
It looks heavy.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
a nice
sweet.
looking book.
99 pages. We got this one guy in here too. He might look a bit familiar.
Yeah, that's me.
Author MVG.
It's me.
Where's my copy though, yo?
I haven't. I got it. Well, I'm waiting for Ryan to get me the pre-order numbers so that way I can order everything, and then I'm going to send you one.
Drama.
Then he'll send
then,
it off to your house in merry old England.
And you're gonna have them. You're gonna have them available at Too Many Games, right?
Yeah, there'll be Too Many Games as well, and those will be autographed if you want autographed.
Cool. All right, very good, very good. And then we'll finish with the super chat before we come back to it. Gaming Loser, no message there. And actually, Jay from BK says, "Glad it's my favorite time of the week, SpawnCast." And then we'll come back to more super chats after we go through some of the Game Awards stuff, because that was like the big thing, right? Was Game Awards on top of Stadia. Did anyone else get Stadia?
I got it.
I canceled. I was actually going to, and I canceled it at the last minute since it hadn't even shipped yet.
I got Stadia and I played it a bit. Did you try it at all yet, OJ? You have a chance to?
I did. Tried it out in the living room.
Did you play? Oh, you just played the two games that you got, right? That just came with it. It was like Samurai and Destiny 2.
Play Destiny.
Yeah,
it sucks.
Newsflash: water remains wet.
I mean, it works, but it sucks. It's pointless. It's literally pointless.
Did you try it in your browser? Did you try it in your browser yet? Did you try it like on your Chrome browser? It's not. It's worse than the Chrome browser.
Oh, it's even worse.
Wow.
I have the Chrome. I have the Founders Edition. There's some cool things. I'll do a video on it. There's some cool things, but this is like you don't want this as the future.
How is it on a cell phone?
This needs to be optional.
You need a Pixel.
You need a Pixel. I got a ghetto Samsung Galaxy. I'm getting a new phone for Black Friday, but like
A Pixel, obviously, you gotta try it.
yeah, you gotta have a Pixel for the cell phone stuff. But I mean, this is not the future that I don't think any real gamer wants to be. I mean, as an option, great. xCloud type of thing, cool. But sole purpose of it, I mean, like buying games is ridiculous on this thing.
Is xCloud about to slaughter this?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be ugly.
It should. This needs to be an option.
Come on,
what
Google.
you've already built. It does not need to be the main driver. Like this is their main thing. Absolutely not. But hey, like I said, I'll talk about it more.
I did. The one thing I noticed with Stadia, like the one plus for it, is that load times are very fast. So when you load a game, like I did buy Final Fantasy 15, so I could get some game other than the 2 that it came with, and the load time for that is actually very quick. So I'm talking like seconds to get it in game.
I was looking at something. Apparently, I didn't read all what it is. There is exclusive content in Final Fantasy 15 and Stadia. So if you play Stadia, that is now the most complete version. It's like a new racetrack and stuff.
Yep. So that is technically the most complete version of the game.
Buckingham Palace.
Yeah,
that's MVG's house.
Yeah, we're flying over there.
It's MVG's house.
Sean, if you're proactive, you could put trailers behind your head of things we're talking about.
Oh,
You are the center
okay.
square.
That's a good idea.
That is okay, I'll be down. What were we just talking about? Because I was trying to find an England video.
Stadia. You can
Just put, yeah, or I was going to say Jeff Keighley just lovingly staring at Hideo Kojima.
Oh gosh. Yeah, so Final Fantasy 15 doesn't look great. None of these games, compared to local, it doesn't look as good. They look blurrier, technically, like fuzzier. And from what I can tell, the only game that I think is 4K is Tomb Raider. I think everything else is upscaled.
Well, I saw Tomb Raider has a lot of coloring issues and random major pixelation. So like when you're going, the main thing I saw is just a clip of somebody going through the jungle and it gets blurry. Like every step, it's like the colors are having trouble figuring out what to do. It just looks so
There you go,
bad.
Sean. There you go. Look at that. Oh, cool.
Wow.
This
Very
looks
nice.
really weird. It looks weird.
Gather
It looks like Sean is announcing
Try
the
to
Stadia.
tickle his
Like,
head.
Hey guys, I got a big thing. I'm actually Stadia now.
Don't buy this shit, people.
I do really like that when you buy a game, you hit a button and it just plays. There's no install. There's none of that. Like nothing. It just works. It just starts. So that was nice.
Yeah, but
Other than that,
isn't next gen supposed to fix all that anyway?
Apparently, it's weird. Yeah, because there are some developers that say, well, developers will actually take that, and there will still be load times. They'll take advantage of like the full bandwidth from the solid state.
Yeah.
Which is like, oh, great. Okay. So it's kind of like the argument of, we'll go from the PS2 and the GameCube and the Xbox to the 360 and the PS3, and every game will be 60 frames because it's that much more powerful. When really they just made them look better and kept them at there might have been more 60 frames per second games on the GameCube and PS2 now I think about it compared to like that the next gen. So they actually went the wrong way with frame rate. That's kind of what an argument one developer is making. I gotta remember where they were from. That was like a prominent developer. But not one that I wouldn't invest in Stadia right now. It'll be free next year though for the 1080-60 option.
I got into the xCloud preview and I'm enjoying it. I think it's pretty good.
I have it on my phone as well, and I think it is better than Stadia, but it's also on my cell phone. Like it's not on. I can't tell one-to-one technically right now.
Yeah,
so.
I was trying to get it on my Nvidia Shield so then I could put it on my TV, but I couldn't sideload it unfortunately. So
it's
maybe
they'll
come out with something to do that.
Next year they're going to be doing on PC, so we'll see, on desktop. So we'll see how that goes. So you want to move over to game of the year stuff? All that talk. No controversy.
Just
right.
Put a dumpster fire in the background. Just on Luke. Can you put a dumpster fire?
No controversy there, right? Oh boy, let's go to the website here because I don't really like their website that much either. It's very strange.
I'm not looking at their website. I'm looking at one that's a lot cleaner.
Oh, cool. What are you looking at for that? Because their website is weird. It's
Hollywood
so
Reporter,
strange.
actually.
Weird. Okay. All right. Because their website, like you have to scroll through it. It's very slow.
Yeah.
You got a link
this
for
is
that
just
one?
a list.
Theirs is still loading on my end. Like it's like
Jesus.
It's bad, and then it pops up, and it's like it's
There
like
you go, dude.
slow. We'll fire up this then because we have a few things to go over here. So from what we've seen, I know the game with the
It's just the death metal thing now.
You get really pixelated when you turn that on. You look crazy.
Can you just put the picture that I put in chat? Can you put that behind you? The first picture.
So
not the other pictures after. It's just the first picture.
Just the first one.
with Kojima.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta
And then center yourself neatly in the right corner.
In that picture, they should switch Redis with Jeff. It'd be perfect.
I have a Photoshop of that. I'm going to use it for a thumbnail though.
So the game that had the most nominations is Death Stranding. Look at
yeah.
what? I've seen it go between 9 and 10. I thought it was 9, and then some people say 10, and then other people say 9. It's the most though. Behind that though, then the game with the next is Control. Control is 8, which was shocking.
Wait, what?
So
Oh, you mean for nomination totals?
So I just want to start out with this.
Nomination
Am I the only person here who beat Control?
No, I played it. I played through it.
Yeah. Okay. It is a great game. I don't think it should be the head of every category.
I think it's above average. I would agree that it's a good game, yes. But I honestly didn't know that many people even bought the thing.
Yeah, it bombed, and honestly, I just feel like part of Game of the Year is impact. I mean, let's be honest. Part of the thing is it's literally the game of 2019. That ain't Control.
No, I honestly I didn't play Control and go, this is Game of the Year right here. I just never bought it.
Wasn't it also notorious for a lot of like random frame drops? It had really bad frame drops, like worse than Link's Awakening?
It's because the PC version is a lot better. Apparently, the PC version is really good, but the base PS4 version, I guess, has some issues.
Well, so I had it on the PS4 Pro, and apparently the PS4 Pro was one of the most fluid versions. And my God, Sean, Sean, all right, flip yourself the other side now.
Yeah, scoot yourself to the corner.
Get out of the way. It looks like you're like helping out here, like hugging as well. It's something about Kojima looking at the camera that's so weird. It's Kojima's like
he's looking into your soul right now.
I had that saved in my computer.
I think it was mostly me and Max that really played through Control. I mean, MVG, did you play? You played it. I know that.
Yeah, I got about halfway through, and my biggest issue with the game was I couldn't understand what the hell was going on, and I wasn't really invested in the game. I just gave up, honestly. I wasn't feeling it. But with that said, I will go back and complete the game before the Game Awards happen, because I want to see if the game gets better.
I don't even think it's that long. If you're halfway through it,
you
don't have that much time to go. You probably finish it in a night.
Well, don't forget that week Astral Chain was coming out, so I think Control was Tuesday and Astral Chain was like Thursday. So I was kind of grinding to try to beat the game, and maybe I never gave it really a chance. So I definitely want to go back and finish the game for sure.
I like the powers. I liked the whole mythology being so Lovecraftian. I like the idea of the hiss. I thought,
but even like the powers though, everyone was like, "Oh, you got force powers."
Yep.
It wasn't like, wow, look how unique and cool this idea.
You holding up like you make this shield out of trash and blast people backwards. I thought it was fun. It was really fun, but yeah, I agree. A lot of people in chat are saying Control doesn't deserve to be up there, and I actually agree with y'all. I like the game.
My big thing.
It just doesn't deserve to be up there.
It basically took what Advent Rising did and leaned into it further and did some like Alan Wake stuff to it.
Yeah, it feels very Alan Wakey. And the main thing, I'm definitely not saying something original here, but I definitely think Devil May Cry should be up there, or Judgment should be up there. I think Judgment was easily one of the best open world games of the year by far. And
no Fire Emblem.
The thing is about Control is it's not that simple, because the game got I think 82 on Metacritic, right? So it was definitely lower than kind of what we expect, but a lot of critics really like the game. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of, if you go and read the reviews, critics really, the reviewers really like the game a lot, and they praise it for being this great new IP. And I think if you go back and look at some of these reviews, I can see why it probably got in. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with the fact that it did, but I do see that the critics did like the game enough to give it a nod. I think
if it was I think if there were games that we couldn't put above it, it would make sense.
Yeah.
But like Devil May Cry 5 got kicked out for this thing, we assume.
Yeah.
I have no idea how that happened. Like Devil May Cry 5 is just a better game than Control.
What's your opinion on Outer Worlds?
Oh my God, I love it so much.
So here's the.
I just started playing it.
Being in the Game of the Year thing. So here's my problem with. Here's my thing with.
That is the creepiest. The eye contact is.
I love it.
You paid for me to do this.
Here's my thing with Outer Worlds. I don't know if I was putting the list together, if I would have put it there, but now that I see it there, I'm like, I don't really want to take it away. My thing with Outer Worlds is I feel like it didn't do anything super original. It followed the same formula we've had with Fallout.
Yes.
And
It's Fallout 4. It's
that's
real
fine.
Yeah.
No, it's better Fallout 4.
Well, no, that's why I'm saying real.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's people's like spiritual successor to what they wish Bethesda put out instead of 76. So I feel like we kind of put it up a little bit on that pedestal. That makes sense.
And that's fine. But I look at it and I go, it just didn't. That one again. I wasn't playing it like, oh, this is game of the year. This is great. I played it and I was like, oh, this is Fallout. This is more Fallout. Okay, cool. All right, that's fun.
So I want to say real quick, because I think there is a little bit of confusion. I think a little bit with chat, which is that how these things got up on the list apparently is that there's like 100 anonymous judges who are like
No, they're not.
different.
It's 80.
They're not anonymous.
They weren't anonymous again. Like
It's people like Entertainment Weekly, Vice, Newsweek were on there.
I thought
no, but they tell you their
RGTV
groups, but I don't think they tell you the individuals within there.
Yeah, they don't tell you the individuals within there.
And that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is so the voters are unknown, but the whole thing is that it's journalists, it's games journalists put their picks and whatever got like the highest.
None
rating
of you are on there. None of you.
No,
we're just
We're not.
YouTube.
No, not at all.
The only two independent sources were What's Good Games and Kind of Funny Games.
Easy Allies on there.
People are saying Easy Allies. Yeah.
Easy Allies.
Easy Allies is good though. They I'm sure their ballot was pretty good. They do a lot of reviews throughout the year, and
They actually play all the games.
I usually agree with their reviews too. Their reviews are very well done. So
I want to meet the people from Entertainment Weekly and then like Variety who played all these games.
Vice. I mean,
I mean, Control and Outer Worlds were definitely like, how did those get in there? That's strange. But I mean, the other ones I looked at and I said, okay, like I mean, let's. Did anyone really think Death Stranding wasn't going to be in there?
Oh no, dude. I mean,
Yeah, of course.
at this
It's
point,
winning
it's
game
like,
of the year, man. It's hard.
No, it's not going to win Game of the Year. It's not winning.
No,
Game of the
hey,
It might.
say that when it happened.
I am gonna.
I feel like
What I'm
people
gonna
might
do is
sabotage it.
no. Resident Evil is winning.
it might win Game of the Year.
It has
I think
everything.
we'll
To
start a
be
whole new
fair,
discussion though.
everything on that list has their own niche chance of actually taking a win for Game of the Year.
Not Control.
I would agree.
Control's not going to win.
Control.
You don't know that. You don't know
Well, I
that.
can't win. No.
You don't know.
Well, here's the
But
Game of the Year
I'm just
nominees.
saying.
Here's the Game of the Year nominees: Control, Death Stranding, Smash Bros. Ultimate, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, Outer Worlds. I think the lowest rated game on this list is Control. I think the highest rated game on this list, all of it, according to
Get ready for the hot take.
is Smash Bros. I think.
Yeah,
I think overall, Sekiro's like
Yeah.
pretty solid. Like I think
Yeah.
Sekiro, like Death Stranding, if you play it, is a good game. Like if you put hours into it, right? But Sekiro, like right away, people are like, "Oh my god, this actually kicked my butt." You know, like
I think three of them
Story
are
is good.
three of them are
Art,
solid. Three of them are like locked in. Like Sekiro, Resident Evil, and Smash Bros. Are like, yeah, that.
No, can you
I
imagine
think-
Smash Bros doesn't win, and then in the fighting category, Jump Force beats it?
Marvel Universe.
we have
I
all
feel
the
like
Smash
with
Bros. players
Smash,
voting for it.
I
Well,
think
here's
with Smash, the thing that would cause it to win though is more of like what it's done for the industries to bring all these names together, right?
Okay.
You know,
Game of the Year winning?
impact beyond the game. But for me personally, it's hard for me as as big as a fan of Nintendo and Smash as I am, like it doesn't have that single player draw necessarily that a lot of the other games have. Like a single player experience.
Overwatch won Game of the Year.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
but Overwatch has more
yeah.
story through cinematics and shorts and comics than anything Smash
That's
has.
not
Like
part
if
of the
they
game,
did,
though.
that's considered part of the universe though, and part of the impact. Like a lot of people before they even got the game, they watched those shorts. That's what got me into the game itself. So I think they kind of include the impact itself. And I think if Smash had that, like they have the character trailers, right? And I love that. Don't get me wrong. I honestly I love it. But I think for a lot of people, they're like, it doesn't have enough single player.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I look at it like Overwatch. There's stuff in there, but it's just you're just doing the same thing. You're just doing the same. There's a couple game modes back when it launched. I think Smash, if it was going to get a shot to win, the fact that it's even nominated in the first place is because there's really nothing else. Like there's really nothing else. Like
it is interesting because
Brings
when
everybody
was the
together.
last time a fighting game was nominated for Game of the Year?
we haven't had one. There's never been one.
Has that ever happened?
No, there's never been one at the.
So
Game
are we
Awards.
right now in a year for the Game Awards where we have a remake and a fighting game nominated for Game of the Year?
Does that mean the games were impressive or that the year was shit?
Well, if you go back,
either way.
Well, if you go back to 2014, Smash was the highest rated game. Smash for Wii U was the highest rated game that year as well, but it didn't even get a nomination at all. So, I mean, but my conspiracy theory is that I'm pretty sure Warner Bros. Paid for that game to be on that list. So, Shadow of Mordor was on that list. That was the oddball out of all those games, because those games were all really Hearthstone or whatever. There was like all these really super highly rated games, and then you see like Shadow of Mordor, which is a good game, but it just seemed a little bit odd, and Smash was just left off the list for some reason.
You're just having a good time with that camera, Sean.
I truly am.
Just if you're one of the audio listeners, click this episode on YouTube. You need to see this one.
Is that Han Long?
So let's say we have I mean, does everyone agree that Sekiro, Resident Evil, and Smash should be on this list, or is anyone against one of those right now?
Absolutely, those should all three be on this list. I mean, it's a remake. It's a remake, but I mean, like, it earned its spot. You know?
Well, I mean, it's funny because we haven't heard about it in a while, but remember when Resident Evil 2 Remake came out, remember Capcom kept saying over and over again, we don't consider this a remake. This is now the new real Resident Evil. Like, this is Resident Evil 2. So now the actual, because I still have my copy of the Resident Evil 2, 1 Remake.
Is Square Enix going to say the same thing with Final Fantasy VII so they can beat
I'm sure they are.
Right.
They're going to do the thing of like, this isn't a remake. It's the new official version of it. So like the Resident Evil 1 remake is just Resident Evil. So I think that's what they're going to try and do. It's a new game that's completely the old game exactly.
Why not call it 2.5 like freaking Kingdom Hearts?
Right. Oh yeah.
2.8.
HD remake, Birth by Leon.
So, like, let's say, so we have Smash, Resident Evil, and Sekiro in there, but then that leaves Outer Worlds, Death Stranding, and Control. Do any of those which ones would you guys pull down if you're going to pull any of those down out of those three? If we're all solid on
Outer
Smash,
Worlds,
Resident Evil, and Sekiro, you'd pull down Outer Worlds. Okay, what would you replace it with?
Let me think for a second. I'd put up Judgment. I'd put Judgment for sure. Because my thing is, Outer Worlds is a great game, but it's an 8.5. It's an 8.5. It is a solid, fantastic game. It is definitely worth $60. But you know what? Judgment is 100 hours of exploring and VR games inside of it. Like, you could put on a VR headset and actually like run around and do digital board games. The universe, Judgment is easily one of the best games of the year. The fact that it didn't even get a nod is hysterical.
Borderlands 3.
I mean, I still think Kingdom Hearts. Not Kingdom Hearts. Oh God, no. Barf all over existence. What am I? Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Borderlands 3? I agree.
Shut up.
I think Luigi's Mansion 3 and
Borderlands 3.
Devil May Cry 5 as well.
All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Nice.
Okay.
What about Nate? What do you got here? What you know? What actually, of any of those, which one would you rip down, or any? How would you arrange this list?
You know, because I haven't played every game that was done. Like, I haven't played Outer Worlds. I haven't played Control, so I can't say I would remove them based on people that I respect and friends within the industry who have played those games. Based on what they have relayed to me of their own experiences with the game, like, one told me flat out, she said that she thinks Outer Worlds is probably the best game that she played this year, but she can understand why it also would not win Game of the Year, just because it doesn't really revolutionize the genre it's in. It just took an established kind of path of that genre already, but it might be the best game she's played. Whereas Control, this is a game they also praised as an exciting new IP. And I could see why that made the list, because it is a new IP. It did well what it wanted to do. And I could see that's why it got over something like a Devil May Cry 5. It's established. It really didn't do anything new per se.
It's rehashed.
Well, that's basically, it's a sequel to an established thing. It's a rehash of solid ideas, and it's a great game. But does Control, as like MVG alluded to, a lot of the reviews praised the gameplay. Where the problems were on the technical side. Now, if I played the PC version or the Xbox One X version or even PlayStation 4 Pro version, I didn't have those technical issues. Is that game now an 8.2? Now maybe, is it a 9? Is it a 9 out of 10?
Even on the Xbox One X, there were still some issues on that too.
My problem with Control is when I was playing it, I felt like the core gameplay I had played before. That was my problem, because I keep bringing up Advent Rising. That was a very similar game type when it came to gameplay, force powers, shooting. It felt very samey. I think the reason the Control was so interesting was because of its visual style and what they did with kind of the art direction. Thought that was very interesting, some of the stuff they did, but like I don't know, it was like Advent Rising Star Wars mixed with like Stanley Parable.
I mean, if I had to remove a game just based on genre and general thing, I'd probably remove Outer Worlds and I would replace it with Disco Elysium.
You played Disco Elysium?
Yeah, and the game's outstanding.
Did you really? Wow.
That game deserves a lot more Game of the Year discussion.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
It was intriguing, so I gave it a shot.
Where did you play this game? Did you play it on your PC?
Yeah.
It doesn't require a lot of
PC
power.
games. When did this happen?
This one people kept praising. I was like, you know what? I was hearing about it back at like PAX East. A friend was like, yo, Disco Elysium, this game is going to be awesome this year. And they kept talking about it for months leading up to the release. I was like, fine, I'm going to play this game, shut this guy up. And I was like, holy shit, this game's actually good.
No, I know people were really praising that game, but I didn't even know you were on PC like that.
Yeah, it was like the rare PC game I actually played. I'll never play another one, but
that's only on PC, right? I wonder if they'll do anything with that on consoles at all. Huh.
They should bring it. It needs more exposure.
Yeah,
if it was on consoles, it would be Game of the Year nominee.
Well, the trick is, I mean, it's very close to like a point and click adventure. That's where it gets weird on a controller.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Let's go Elysium.
I tried it. I couldn't connect with it, but I saw what it was supposed to be. I just didn't want to play it.
What about
I was going to say
Worlds Control?
I'm going to say something a little bit controversial. You know what I think kind of deserves maybe to be up there, maybe over another fighting game or something? Mario Maker 2. I enjoy Mario Maker 2 a lot.
I completely disagree with you.
Maybe more than some other games. I'm not saying Smash should go to hell, but I am saying that I wish Mario Maker 2 was up there somehow.
Interesting.
And the
I disagree with you.
Game of the Year?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I like it a lot. But the whole thing is, the community is really good. The community levels are so amazing, and that's the difficult part.
The community was good until August when they dropped off because Nintendo hasn't given the game an update or new content since it launched. So maybe then it would be a Game of the Year, contender. But Nintendo completely fumbled the ball with the game, and that's why it's not in the discussion because they fucked it up.
The Japanese,
We need to get Bob Wolf on here.
Japanese people are still making a lot of levels. If you just say like sort by hot new, it's all in Japanese. But you just start clicking them, they're great.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay, so I was not aware of this until the other day. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order could have been nominated for something. It was not nominated for anything.
How far from the date was it from the cutoff?
There were people on Twitter talking about it that had nominated stuff. Apparently, it was able to be nominated because reviewers had already been playing the game and some had apparently already beaten it.
Well,
but
the biggest issue is that like since it's a jury voting, it's not everybody gets that review copy at work. So there's other people, which is also another bigger problem with it because most of these people that are probably voting don't play all the games. They just play a couple of the few games and just vote for what they want. Death
Stranding went out very, very early. That went out like a month in advance or something.
The jury could have requested more time if they wanted to include Jedi Outcast, and the majority of the jury did not request more time.
Oh.
So that's on the jury. Basically, they played the game up to the cutoff point, and they decided we're not putting this game on here.
What are you talking about? Fallen Order.
I know.
Whatever. Jedi Outcast sucked too. I bought that.
Whoa.
Sean knows it's
Not a
the
while
truth.
ago, bro. I mean, maybe it could have got Game of the Year if Keeley was still doing that back then.
Listen, I wouldn't see Fallen Order as Game of the Year contender, but definitely a hot contender for action and adventure.
Action game, yes, action, absolutely.
It's all about the timing, though. I mean, we talked about this last time. I mean, you think about like the Academy Awards. The right time to release a game is really going to help you get a nomination, and they were just too late. Even though they didn't miss the cutoff, they were just too late in the piece, really, to get a mention. Unfortunately,
no, it's because Keeley wants all them ad revenue in December instead of doing a March show and having everything reviewed in the single year. That's why Smash didn't go up last year and went up this year. It's bullcrap, and the awards shouldn't be run that way. But that's fine. Awards don't matter.
Come on, Fringe. We all know every award show is fueled by one thing: money, and the Game Awards are no different.
I know, but the fact that it's at least the other shows have some dignity, and they're like, we'll wait till like March. Like that makes more sense.
It's Video Game Awards.
I still feel, in my opinion, I know Click talked about it, but Fire Emblem Three Houses to me should have been on there. I would have yeeted Control or
Why
the Outer Worlds. I would have yeeted, and Fire Emblem and Devil May Cry 5. Those two games are extremely good and deserve to be in the Game of the Year. I don't know why Control is over Fire Emblem Three Houses. Fire Emblem Three Houses literally gives you like 15 to 30 times the game that Control is going to give you.
It's white people dancing.
That's me.
Like literally, you have like 3 different paths. You have all sorts of characters. It's an RPG too, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem got left off.
No, it's a strategy
There was gonna be
game.
there was gonna be no nominations for Fire Emblem.
No, it's in the
I
same
was
leagues
so
as Tropico.
surprised.
There was literally gonna be no nominations for Fire Emblem, and QB's like, "Oh snap, we messed
We
up."
gotta make a genre for it.
Yeah, we gotta bring something. And
I was so
otherwise, Fire Emblem
surprised.
would have not been in the show at all.
Well, because you notice
Category
showed-
for like Command and Conquer.
Yeah, they showed it after RPG. RPG showed up beforehand, so I was like, "Yo, Fire Emblem didn't make the cut," and then finally they brought up this random category, and you're like, Okay.
More houses
They're
than
insulting
three.
our intelligence. This
"No,
voting
it's
committee.
also what's the other
They're-
game? Three Kingdoms."
Yeah,
Yeah.
Total
What's
War,
the difference?
3 Kingdoms. You've got Tropico. They're insulting
Yeah,
our
six.
intelligence, trying to tell us this game's not an RPG. They're telling us it's a
Yeah.
strategy game with Tropico.
Yeah,
I've been playing
It's
Fire Emblem
not
forever.
RPG.
It's an RPG. It's a strategy RPG. It's an
Yeah.
RPG with strategy elements, and they're trying to sit there and say it's a pure strategy game.
Prove it.
It's idiotic.
Jordan.
Deep, rich character customization, Jordan. That's from their own website.
Prove
Rich
it. Make
character
a video.
customization.
Prove it.
I just proved it. Rich
No,
character
prove-
customization.
Make the skit.
Make,
Make
already
the
did.
skit.
OJX.
make another one.
Oh, you're
I
right.
already did make a skit.
Make another.
Yeah, this is Black Keely.
It is one of the, it is one of the
Whoa.
highest. Fire Emblem is one of the highest rated games of the year, so it is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Prove it.
ridiculous. They try to tell us that this is a strategy game, and I'm like, no, it's an RPG.
In
I
a
would
way,
be-
it could be in both.
I would
It's gonna be funny when it
Not with
loses to
Tropico.
Tropico.
RPG.
lose to
You're right.
Tropico.
It won't lose to Tropico. It's gonna lose to Wargroove.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Wargroove's an
I hope it
RPG.
loses. I hope it loses to Three Kingdoms because that's funnier to me. It's like, yeah, Three Kingdoms one. I'm like,
It is going to be.
Dude,
Yeah.
Honor
Oh, man.
1800. You kidding me? If it loses to that.
I would be really interested to see what the nomination numbers are, where they like tally them. I'd be curious how much Fire Emblem missed by.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know what the threshold is.
I
Like,
wish they
is
would
it
show that.
40% of the vote? Like, we don't know what the threshold is to get
Exactly.
the nomination. So it could have missed out by one outlet, and it could have been, the outlet could be, let's blame Greg Miller. It could have been him.
And just double
Isn't it
checking.
going to be kind of funny if we don't put Fire Emblem on here and it misses it by one vote and it
And I
happens?
think
Like, oh,
And just
I
double
think they
checking
like- I
Wargroove
think they
is in
like Fire
strategy.
Emblem. I think
Is
they
there
like Fire
is
Emblem.
there no astral chain anywhere on this?
Action.
disgusting.
Action,
Sean.
okay.
That's
It's only an action,
disgusting.
non-soundtrack.
Soundtrack.
It should have been.
Soundtrack was so good.
It should
Are
have
you
been in
serious?
soundtrack, and it wasn't. The original
Yo.
score for that game is super hype. It's
Lit.
very good soundtrack, and it's not.
So-
but that
wait a
always
minute.
happens
Hold
with
on.
After
Nintendo's games,
after
so-
Octopath Traveler didn't win Best Soundtrack last year, the category doesn't mean anything.
Wait a minute.
What
Yeah,
did
hold-
win? Was it
hold
what
on.
won last
Red
year?
Dead Redemption
Red
2.
Dead Redemption.
Oh yeah, with the
Hold on. Best score in music.
Yeah.
Best score
Yeah,
in
that
music
thing.
has Death Stranding in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Licensed,
Yep.
licensed music.
Isn't that all
Low
licensed?
roar.
Maybe low
I was
roar.
gonna say
Maybe.
most of it. There is some
Everyone's
original
low roar
orchestration.
favorite.
It's best mixtape. It's best mixtape I made for my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah,
Can I do that? Can I like make a really good mixtape score for a terrible game and get in there?
Oh, whoa, okay, dang.
Can we do that?
I don't know. I've been listening to the playlist recently, and I think enough. I guess
Is there enough original
some of
music in
them-
there?
I feel like a lot of them are like labeled as Death Stranding material. Like they
Oh,
have
okay.
either the music video or the lyric video from those artists are dedicated to Death Stranding.
Okay.
Maybe that's why it qualifies. Because I was really
Interesting.
confused.
Does
So I
the
was like,
ambient
yo.
noise equal the?
I mean, they have a lot of original orchestration. 'Cause I was
There's
listening
an
to some
ambient
of it
noise
from-
category.
Well, let's,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're in audio design too, right? That's
Well,
what
let's
it's
go.
called?
Let's go through this. Let's go through these real quick. Game of the year: Control, Death Stranding, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro, The Outer Worlds. What's everyone thinks gonna win?
Death Stranding.
Stranding.
Death Stranding.
I've looked at the panel. I've looked at the jury panel. I've looked at the games. A lot of the people on the panel were, especially North American based, even some European based, were very mixed on Death Stranding. Ultimately, I think Resident Evil 2 walks away with the win.
Same. I think Resident Evil 2 is going to take it, and hey, maybe they'll unveil Resident Evil 3. I don't know, but I think they're going to take Resident Evil 2 remake. I think is going to take it.
That'd be nice.
I think second place would be Sekiro. and then third place would be Smash. That's just based on the voting. I think people will do. I think Death
That's crazy
Stranding
if
will be
Resident
like one of
Evil
the
2
last
wins.
ones that finishes.
No, I think Death Stranding would be like the second place. It has the most perfect scores of the year.
17.
Wait, how many? Hold on, how many perfect scores does Smash have?
0. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea. I just wanted to say a number.
I mean, we have Smash. I know Smash was higher rated. I'm just curious how many perfect scores that had. Now that we're looking at the list, because I didn't even think of
Probably like
Smash
10.
until now because that was 2018 technically.
Because like when I was looking at the panel, like Giant Bomb is on the panel. They hated Death Stranding.
They hated Death Stranding. yeah.
IGN is on the panel. They hated Death Stranding. The guy
Which
from
IGN is
Australia,
gonna be there?
Stervrio, hated Death Stranding. He's also on the jury. So out of the 80, I could probably already calculate maybe 10 to 15 who weren't big on Death Stranding, and I don't see them giving their main vote to the game. So I think that's too high of a hill for it to
Ratio.
overcome. Whereas
Dude, you studied this like sports. Like you should place bets on this.
I
like-
looked over the stuff to really get
Fantasy
a good
game of
idea
the
of how
year.
the jury would have gone about it, and that's where I see Resident Evil 2 taking the win.
Smash had 20 perfect scores.
Okay, so I had more than Death Stranding.
19 to
okay.
20. Yeah.
All right. I mean, if we go by
Last year,
perfect
though.
scores, then I guess Smash should beat Death Stranding.
If it does, people are going to blow up the internet.
It has
People are blowing up the internet anyway about whatever happens.
really,
Listen,
if you-
I hope this award show chooses the most controversial wins just to give everyone an excuse to make
I mean,
videos
that's
and
the-
complain.
that's
Oh,
the-
man,
that's
I'm
the
taking a
argument.
month
Yeah.
off if that's the case. I'm taking a month off.
That's
Well,
the
it's gonna be
argument that
great.
people use for
Going
Death
to-
Stranding, right? Is that it had the
I
most.
hope,
Every category
most-
with control in it, control takes it.
dude, I hope either Control or Death Stranding win everything, and then I hope Jump Force beats Smash Bros. I hope Three Houses lose to Tropico.
I have to board up my windows
A guy
before this
dressed as
happens.
Goku walks up to get the trophy and walks off
Jump
stage.
Force just
Okay.
proves that they don't play the games because there's nobody that sat there that actually played Jump Force. and
Whoa.
said, This is
If
the
they
game.
bring-
Nobody played that
I
game
looked
on
at the
panel.
jury again, and I looked up some Jump Force reviews. Some of those European sites gave the game an 8 out of 10.
Yes,
What?
baby.
I'm seeing
Jump
on Metacritic-
Force is
Dude,
gonna
I didn't
win.
see a score above
Listen.
a 7.
They're not on Metacritic. That's the problem.
Okay, but on
They-
the jury,
if they
on the jury
bring-
panel,
They're on the jury panel. They're not on Metacritic.
Jump Force is absolute
How
trash.
does that work?
I want to
You're
put.
not.
Some sites reject
Metacritic,
Metacritic
but
because
you're on
they
the
don't
jury
want it.
panel?
Wow.
I want to put something about Jump Force into perspective for everyone.
Go on.
They had to patch in a rematch button.
There was a lot missing at launch, I'll tell you.
They had to patch in a rematch button.
Even Smash had that online.
Even WWE 2K20 has it, and it works.
Yeah, but that's all WWE 2K20 has.
But listen,
Force is a
Smash
huge
Smash
thing.
Bros didn't have
All
Rurouni
I'm gonna
Kenshin.
say is Jump Force
So.
looked at 2K20 and said, "Wow, they got that rematch button."
They didn't play. They saw Goku and they said, "Oh, okay, I'll vote for it." That's what happened. They just saw Goku and they're
No,
like,
it's all
"Let's
about
vote for
Rurouni
this."
Kenshin, bro.
They saw
I
Goku and they
enjoyed-
saw Vegeta and they saw Naruto and they're
It's
like,
all about
"Oh,
Luffy.
I'm
Could it be
really
Monkey D.
glad
Luffy?
about it."
Better fighting roster than some games.
They saw Goku and was like, "All right, I'll vote for." Oh, these graphics look like they're dipped in Crisco. Let me go
Right,
ahead.
it has my boy Light and
Let me
Ryuk in the
just go ahead
game.
and vote for this.
Listen, let me tell you, if I was on the panel, I'd be a little bit biased towards that Jump Force. All right, Jump Force had Light and Death Note stuff, and that's fine with me.
Listen,
It was
Trash in that
Hey.
game, too, by the way.
As what?
Light is trash in that game.
Hey, listen,
Okay, let's
listen, mother.
let's go. Let's go.
I
Let's
think-
go over to best game direction: Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro, or Outer Wild.
Sounds like a
What does
very
game
familiar
direction
list.
mean?
I don't know.
The best directed. It's like movie. Like there's a best directing category, then there's a best movie
I mean,
category.
for that, I'd probably give that specific idea. I'd give that to Outer Worlds because I do
No, it's
think
Outer
Well,
Wilds. It's Outer Wilds.
We're,
It's wild.
Outer
for that.
Wilds. Oh, in that case,
Outer
fuck it.
I'll tell you, if anything, Death Stranding will win that category because
None
the
of them.
cutscenes and how it's directed, how that film, like how it's put together.
Yeah,
Kojima's winning that
I'm
category.
okay
for
with
sure.
a lot of story-based awards going to Death Stranding. Like I'm okay with that. I think that's fine.
we also haven't beaten
Why
the
would you
game.
say so
I think the
controversial and brave?
Full
That, like-
package.
Best
I've
nar-
watched
oh,
I've watched a
actually-
full playthrough. It's fun. It's good.
Actually,
That ending.
Dang it, Evan.
let me ask Evan this one: best narrative. Okay, The Outer Worlds, Disco Elysium, Control, Death Stranding, or A Plague Tale.
The problem is I couldn't get into Disco, and I know it's supposed to be good, but I did play Plague Tale, and I
Plague
loved
Tale,
the pacing of it.
yeah.
Plague Tale Control shouldn't be on that part at all.
I was gonna say it shouldn't be.
Disco Elysium or Plague Tale get that category.
Plague Tale, yeah.
Interesting. So Death Stranding's not going to take narrative.
It's a good story, but
they explain so much in so many pockets where they're like
at the end.
Yeah, they're like,
Where's that?
there's so many moments where they're like, that shit that you had no
No.
idea about, here's what happened. You're like, okay, now you're telling me? Okay, that's fine. But Plague Tale, from the front to the back, is like you slowly learning things till you're like, oh my god, that's what's happening.
Where's that
crazy.
meme of Keeley where he
Okay.
like looks down and it's not Death Stranding, then he looks up and it's
Yeah.
like Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
Oh,
Devil-
every category.
Devil May Cry 5. Death Stranding is game of the year.
I wonder
Best art direction: Control, Death Stranding, Grease, Sayonara, Wild Hearts, Sekiro, and Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
It's gonna be the Link's
that wasn't
Awakening or
good.
Grease.
Why? That wasn't. That's
Link's
shit.
Awakening. No, come on. I mean, it's gonna be Sayonara Wild Heart is
What is that
Beautiful.
game? I've never heard of it until
I've
the
never
awards
heard of it.
announced it 17.
Yeah.
Sayonara Wild Heart is awesome. It's only like an hour is the problem, but
I
it's
think Grease is gonna
awesome
win.
But Grease should win. That game is beautiful.
Yeah.
That's art.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right, there you go.
hour-long game. I go.
Best, I think I know which one I want to win this one, but best score / music: Sayonara, Wild Hearts, Kingdom Hearts 3, Devil May Cry 5, Death Stranding, and Cadence of Hyrule.
Cadence.
Death
It should be
Stranding,
Sayonara
baby.
Wild Heart.
Cadence was lit.
Low roll.
I'm actually
It just
between,
hits different.
I'm between Cadence of Hyrule and actually Devil May Cry 5.
Oh yeah.
I like the score and I like the music in Devil May Cry 5, and it's tied into how well you do in the game.
Yep.
And what's really funny is if you remember, and I have some questions about this part, but if you remember, people were doing previews, like journalists and stuff were doing previews on it, and they came back and wrote this long article about how terrible the music was, and then Capcom sent them a thing and was like, "You guys know if you do better in the game, the music gets better, right?"
I didn't see that. That was cool.
That's dude.
Sayonara Wild Heart should have the music. It's
Wait, hold
the
on.
whole game is about the music.
You just told me this game was an hour long.
It doesn't matter.
It's an
great.
hour-long
It's a song.
CD.
You push play on the song and the game ends. It's great.
It's an amazing game. And Fringe, you're on a motorcycle for like most of the game, so it's already better than Astral Chain.
Thank God, finally. I'm ready. I'll play it now. Let me Cadence has such an upper hand
I gotta
because
go
that
with
game is literally built on the fact
Yeah.
of music.
Yeah.
Like if that game is not, it doesn't have good music, the whole game sucks. Like that's.
I'm gonna go with
go
with Cadence on that one. Now I think about it. Although I did like I like the music in DMC5, but I'm going with Cadence.
Devil May Cry, dude. I
Sean,
still listen.
put up a Sayonara Wild Heart trail behind you and get the audio playing.
No, don't do that.
We're gonna copyright strike. Dude, I still listen to the Devil Trigger song whenever I have
Yes.
to get myself
It's a
amped
good
up.
song. It's a
I
good
listen to
song.
it all the time, dude. I love it.
Good song. Oh, here we go. This is a good one too, because I think I know this one. Best audio design: Sekiro, Resident Evil, Gears 5, Death Stranding, Control, or Call of Duty.
I think that's a hard list. There's some good
Really?
games
I
in
think
there.
Call of
They have
Duty
good songs.
is that
I think Call of Duty probably with
Call of
how
Duty.
it has, but also like Resident Evil. I've heard is like I didn't play Resident Evil 2 yet, but it's like
What? Hold on.
It's,
What?
It's a good.
What?
Wow.
listen,
Jordan.
I haven't had time.
Jordan,
Came out in January. I was busy in January. I forgot
Jordan,
about it.
that was January, dude. That
I
was so
forgot about
long
it.
ago.
Jordan's a little behind. Just a little.
I'm a little behind, dude. I'm still in 2017. All right.
Played any games this year?
What
except
else
for
came
Borderlands?
Yes, I played Death Stranding and Borderlands 3.
He's first. He has to play any Metal Gear, and
Jordan,
then he
it does
can
not-
play Resident Evil.
Dude, Resident Evil 2 does not take that long to play. The amount of time it takes to play through Resident Evil 2 is the amount of time it takes for Death Stranding.
Here's the thing: for work, for one of my jobs, I had to edit a part of a playthrough of it, and then that just made me not play it because I was like, I just edited the whole like first 2 hours of the games. I didn't want to go play it.
I can beat that game in about 2 hours. I think what was it? I beat the whole game in one stream at one point. I think maybe it took me 3 hours. It's actually pretty short.
Resident Evil, is that short?
Resident Evil 2, yeah, the Resident
Yeah, because
Evil 2
there's
remake.
multiple. You're supposed to play
okay.
through it multiple times.
But I beat the game about 8 times before I did the speed run on stream,
Yeah.
and I used to be able to beat the original Resident Evil 2. I could beat it in like 56 minutes. So I'm
But is that with
used to the
bugs? That's not
patterns.
with bugs. That's just
No glitching. Literally, just I know which zombies you can skip, which ones you can go through. Once a big part of that game is solving the puzzles and figuring out when to backtrack and stuff.
I will say this too. I don't know if this is in here, but it might be. I think Resident Evil 2 is a better looking game than Death Stranding.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think
Is that just in comparison to what it used to look like? Because I'm not impressed with it.
They used the same techniques and everything too, where they did like where they used all the cameras and took pictures of people.
The trick with Resident Evil though, is since it's in confined spaces, they can apply more to it, so that you don't have to like see things.
I will
vast
respectfully disagree with you there.
Really?
Yes. I think the Decima engine is the king.
There are some issues like with the characters in Death Stranding where their face and everything looks good, but then parts of their body look low resolution.
See, I have problems with a lot of characters' faces in Death Stranding looking a little too non-detail. Like there's some characters that are like super like, okay, that looks real, but like Norman Reedus, like there's something about his face I'm like, it's almost real, like it's almost there but not enough.
His eye bags are real, Jordan. His eye bags are real.
Eye bag. He looks like he's still made out of wax. And I
had more problems with Jedi. In Jedi, I feel like I had a weird glitch where a lot of people's eyes shake like they were about to cry all the time. So they'd be like, hey guys, we're gonna win the war.
My problem with is Cal. Every time he's talking or moving, he stands like this. He always stands at the hunchback, and he walks in the corner in the ship. He's
get out of here.
I recorded a gameplay snippet, but I didn't use it in my video that came out because it was a spoiler scene. But he's talking to someone and he's standing like this. He's like, "What?" I'm like, "What are you doing? What is this animation?"
There's best performance is Ashley Birch. That's in The Outer Worlds. Courtney Hope in Control. Laura Bailey in Gears 5. Mads Mikkelsen. There you go, Jordan.
I saw him in New York.
Matthew Peretta in Control, and then Norman Reedus in Death Stranding.
One of the two Death Strandings.
Yeah,
are getting this.
I almost wanted to say Norman Reedus just so they can bring Norman Reedus up on stage because that's.
I think it's gonna be.
Let's be honest, that works. That helps.
Matt's
the
really
show.
good though.
But I don't think he'd be there. You think he'll be there?
I could see
but what if they give it to Mads and just have Norman Reedus walk up on stage to get it for him?
That is the one. That's one of the. That is honestly the big category where I think there might be some leaning. It's like, Norman Reedus gonna be here tonight. It'd be cool.
Well, if Mads is there, he's gonna win it.
Yeah, if that.
I don't know.
Then I'll be like,
I don't know if he would come to that.
Why not,
man? I don't know. He's just too busy. Between him and Norman, he's a way bigger actor and more in demand. So
I laugh at your little award show.
I feel like though, if you've already agreed to do a video game, you're already going to be at the award show.
I agree.
Like we had two really nice.
Summoned him. Drew the circle, cut his hand.
He's been with
He hits a button and he goes, "I have to go."
I think Mads Mikkelsen should win it out of that category.
He's really good.
I don't know. I feel like that one is one that I could feel would be like kind of set up a bit. So it's like, who's here? Norman's here. Norman won.
Cool. Yeah. Exactly.
Bring him up on stage. Let's get him up here.
He's a good actor. I love him. So.
We can compete with the Oscars. We have actors.
He scared me in New York.
Really?
I liked
like actively, like he made it his job.
Greasy hair. Oh, you ran into him?
I was backing out of a shop to turn around, and it was like Bryant Park, and they're doing like the celebration right there for like the winter holiday stuff. And I turned around, and then he was walking towards me, and I was like, "Oh!" And then he just looked at me like
hair and everything.
Yeah, he just gave me like a face, and he just really wanted to get out of there to go smoke a cigarette. Is what he looked like.
Dude, he's about to bring out the Daryl Dixon, like freaking twin blades over here.
Did you ever see, there was a story, Max Scoville, Max Scoville is one of the guys from IGN. Apparently he was walking down the street and he ran into Norman Reedus, and I think it was also New York, and he said he like bumped into him and he was okay. And he's like, I run into celebrities all the time, I gotta stay calm. And he's like, hey man, like, I don't want to be a fanboy or anything, but it's really cool meeting you. Like, what's it like working on Death Stranding? This was like 2 years ago, and apparently Norman Reedus is like, look, man, I'll be honest with you. Everybody asks, I don't know what the game's about. I'm just
yeah.
Dude, I ran into like 4 celebrities about being in New York in 5 days, right? When Stefani was there, Spike Lee walked past me in a big puffy orange coat, looking really pissed, and he just looked angry. I don't know why, but that's
he always looks angry because he's.
I know, but he just hates everyone.
Pavarotti as your backdrop.
And then
somebody said Pavarotti in the chat.
Okay,
then an actor from the Predator movie was at this restaurant I was eating at.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I skipped some categories about esports.
Oh, I skipped them all too.
Okay.
Boring.
I'll be straight. I'll be straight up about it. Evan would probably be able to pick some people, but
Sinatra.
I just skipped them. What about best action game? Apex Legends, Astral Chain, Call of Duty, Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5, Metro Exodus.
Devil May Cry.
I think Devil.
Call of Duty, baby. Call
of Duty is in there.
I feel like the slow burn at the beginning of Astral is gonna give it to Devil.
Devil or Call of Duty, just because Call of Duty of how it's always been.
The upset.
Did Metro? Yeah, Metro was really good. A lot of people slept on it. Metro is really good.
Well, it's because Metro was tied up with the whole Unreal, the Epic Store thing problem.
Epic Store,
Yeah. It was a good game. I think it's going to get completely like overlooked this year.
I think I'm between Devil May Cry and Astral Legend or Astral Chain.
Astral Legend?
I love Astral Legends.
I was looking at
John, do you know something? I think you know something. Is that the next one?
I'm between Devil May Cry and Astral Chain.
I would love Astral Chain too.
I
but-
think the slow burn at the beginning of Astral Chain is going to hand it to Devil May Cry.
I think you're right. I think the pacing of Astral is going to prevent it.
Yep.
The part.
I just think more people play Devil May Cry.
You can't start me off with an exciting motorcycle chase, then immediately be like, all right, that's
They
okay.
had-
Time to solve crime.
They had Double Trigger play at last
Jordan,
year's
you
Game
don't know how to
Awards,
do a
right?
combo in the
They
game.
did.
No, I want to do combo. The problem is, after you do the
Misclick,
motorcycle mission, the game's boring for a while.
That is
Yeah,
a shame
like-
because if that was in.
You
If
didn't
that
get
was
a
in,
single upgrade, Jordan. We talked about
The game's just, it's not about the upgrade, it's just boring. You do this awesome motorcycle chase.
All right, man. My bad. Maybe I can balance packages some more. That'll be better if I balance packages. Is that more exciting?
Oh, here OJ goes.
Balancing packages is more exciting. All right.
game again.
All right, let's do it.
if that was in the game of the year category, they'd have they would have Devil Trigger playing in there because they do that big like collage of like music.
Yep. Eh.
Oh, that's a shame. All right, they'll play whatever was in Control. That's fine. Best
Hey, there's good music in Control. They have Court of the Fall, damn it.
Yeah,
best RPG.
What the hell is
Is that
that?
Langoliers? It's Langoliers. God damn it.
Best RPG is they have Disco Elysium, Final Fantasy 14, Kingdom Hearts 3, Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and the Outer Worlds. I have some questions because I thought Monster Hunter World Iceborne was an expansion.
I thought it was an action adventure game with RPG elements.
It is.
It is an expansion, but I feel like they had to kind of bend the rules this year. And honestly, I think Final Fantasy 14 is also interesting. Having Final Fantasy 14 and
That's an MMO, right? Why is that there?
it is the newest expansion was sort of a reset, though, in my opinion. You like go to a new place. It's sort of the beginning of a new storyline.
So wait a minute. These are expansions to a game that already exists.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So then couldn't they have put Dragon Quest 11S in there?
Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
World of Warcraft Classic could be up here.
Hell yeah.
Dude, yeah.
That could have been
Round
that
two.
You know what?
I literally have it up on my other monitor.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point, Evan. Why wasn't that in here?
It wouldn't be up here.
It won.
That's Hong Kong.
It won PC Game of the Year from some other thing already.
Maybe it's because it was just on the PC.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest
Well,
11S is interesting though, because that almost feels like
Yeah,
an
but Disco
expansion
Elysium's
to a
on
degree,
there as
but with the
well.
rest of
So,
the
I
game.
mean, for your only PC argument.
There you go. There you go. I don't know then. I have no idea why this.
Classic.
I have that picture saved too. It's a good one.
Everybody
As
has
your
that
cell phone
picture.
background?
It's not a bad idea.
It's whenever Spawnwave calls me, that's what pops up, and it says "Daddy." It's like, oh, Daddy needs to talk.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not surprised.
Here we go. Best fighting game. It's big stuff on this list.
Yeah.
Jump Force, baby, Jump Force.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Samurai Showdown, Mortal Kombat 11, Dead or Alive 6, and Jump Force.
Let's go.
Go,
This isn't an easy category. If you really narrow it down to the
really
three
easy.
games that matter, Smash,
Jump
Samurai
Force.
Showdown, and Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, but
All
Sam
three
Sham's still
have a valid
way too
argument to
niche.
win.
No, but Sam Sham's still way too niche. MK would have
Yeah.
the story over Smash, but Smash I think
Yeah.
still has the community and the
Yeah.
growing esports scene. So
And better marketing and
But
everything.
now, as the jury, do you view Smash Brothers as a fighting game? You put it on there because that's the only area it would
I think
fit.
you have
Is it in the
to.
family category too?
Well, I think you have
It
to
is.
just because in the back of your head
okay.
it's at Evo, so they're just like, yeah, I guess it is, and then just mark it off.
That's true.
But are they thinking that deep into it?
I don't think they're thinking that deep into it. They,
No,
They're
I
just
think
checking
they're
off a sheet and turning it in.
But see,
They're
that's
like,
the trick. If they're not
strategy
thinking that
strategy
deep, then they're
game.
like, man, Mortal Kombat 11's story was great. And it's like, that's a
I
fucking
do-
fighting game. Stop
That's
it.
the
No,
thing. It's
100%.
kind of like
I think Mortal Kombat's going to win. I'll bet money. I think Mortal Kombat's going to take this category.
I think Smash is going to win it.
I think Smash will win it.
Smash
Yeah, I think
better
Smash will
win it.
win it too. Yeah.
It's pretty funny if it doesn't though, and Jump Force wins.
Oh my god.
Smash is just. I mean, Smash is the greatest selling fighting game.
People
of all
would just
time.
not listen
Like,
to the
it's
Game
just-
Awards
it is.
anymore.
Smash and more than half of Smash works when you're offline, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the whole pretty much the whole game. The whole game
I'm
works.
saying that because Mortal Kombat 11 doesn't work.
Mortal Kombat, yeah. The Smash's online actually is limited compared to its local. The local's actually a lot better.
Yeah, it's
has
got
way more
pre-built-in
modes and way more
tournament
stuff that you
systems
can
and
do.
everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Like the Smash locals are freaking amazing.
To me, it was
Online
down
is
to Smash and Mortal Kombat 11. I probably would say Smash would probably win it, but there's always Jump Force.
How could it? I mean, in my opinion, how could it win Game of the Year if it's not fighting game? You know what I mean? Like if we're
Well, I mean, that's like that. I mean, they have that happen in the Oscars too, where they'll say, "How can it win this but not be the best picture?"
Oscars,
That'd be the
Depends
weirdest build-up though, where because they have to do all these smaller things first, and they do the fighting game, and they're just like Mortal Kombat 11. We're like, oh, that must mean Smash wins game of the no.
It depends it always
they did
depends
that with
on
Red Dead and God of War last year.
Yeah, what games it's split around, like what games are around it that might take votes, for example. There's no point in reading off Best Family Game because it's all Nintendo games, and it's Luigi's Mansion 3, Ring Fit Adventure, Super Mario Maker 2, Super Smash Bros, and Yoshi. I think
first
How
party
does
too.
Ring fit that category? It's not a family game. Like, hey, mom and dad, let's do squats.
If it wins,
it's a single-player game.
You saw the
It's
marketing,
Luigi's
though, right?
Mansion or Smash. I mean, it
I'm
has
gonna go
to
with
be.
Luigi's Mansion.
If Ring Fit wins, Keely has to get on stage and demonstrate it.
Dude, Ring Fit is actually
Show 'em,
legit.
Jay.
Okay, it's literally kicked my butt.
You don't think I know that?
dude,
Wood
dude.
tricked me when I went over to his house, made me play on expert mode, and I okay, I don't want to get started on Ring Fit.
Oh my god.
I don't want to get started on Ring Fit. Game sucks. 0 to 10. Hope it loses.
OJ quite literally flexing on us right now.
What else did we have?
Doing the
Family
neck
game of the year.
exercise there, Betty.
Yeah.
There's more esports stuff here.
There's a lot of esports stuff.
There's a lot. Yeah.
A little too much. Also, Content Creator of the Year is a sham category. It should be Streamer of the Year, and there should be Content Creator of the Year.
I like
as
that
well.
idea. I like that idea.
Because you should be up there, Spawn.
Wasn't
Hey,
it a
put me up
sham
there.
last year?
You should be up there.
I
This is
won't
the
embarrass
podcast.
Yeah. I think that's all the categories that I went through that weren't like out there. Like best mobile game. Is anyone like?
Who cares?
No. Okay. All right. Good.
Call of Duty Mobile is probably going to take that one, right?
Yeah.
I haven't played it.
yeah.
I've heard Call of Duty Mobile
tacos.
is apparently surprisingly good.
Apparently, yeah.
I'm never gonna play it.
Sayonara Wild Hearts is on there.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's right. We tricked everyone into thinking that was not a mobile game this whole time.
Untitled Goose Game could
Well,
win
I
an
mean, it is
award
on
sponsored by Subway.
Yeah, sponsored by Subway.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna steal the
Hold
sub.
on.
It's gonna honk and take the sub away.
The
from it.
fresh indie developer.
Best independent game: Baba Is You, Disco Elysium, Katana Zero, Outer Wilds, and Untitled Goose Game.
Goose
Goose.
Game.
It's gonna go
It's a
to
cultural
He's
phenomenon.
gonna bring a goose on stage.
We all know what's gonna win. We all
They're
know.
bringing a real goose.
If
I
they bring a
want,
goose,
I
will
want
literally
Goose
eat a
Game
piece
to
of paper.
win.
But it's
I
not
want Goose
going
Game to win, but Disco Elysium will probably beat it.
think-
out.
No.
I was gonna
Goose
say
changed
Baba
the
Is You.
generation.
I'll say Katana. Katana
they have-
is some-
Baba Is You has that weird sort of, oh, I like Undertale and Earthbound. I love Baba Is
Baba
You.
Is
It has
You-
like that same sort of cult mentality.
Of all the friends that I have that are programmers, they love that game. That's very specific group.
If we're
I
not,
hadn't heard of it.
If they bring an actual goose to give it its own seat at the award show and it
Yes.
doesn't win, that's rigged.
if we're not memeing it here, I'm gonna go with Outer Wilds actually on that one. I like that game.
Not
on
to be
Game
confused with
Pass.
You're
Outer
the
Worlds.
only person I've known that's played it.
It's on Game Pass for just $1. Grab it on Game Pass right now.
Wait, are both the Outers on Game Pass?
They are.
Yes.
That's really
the
confusing.
outer pass.
Rigged.
Telling you, go try it. It's on Game Pass. Go try it.
That's how I'm playing Outer Worlds.
I don't think Katana Zero will win, but I'm honestly glad it's being talked about. Katana Zero is easily one of the best side-scrolling games I've played this year by far.
And more people need to play it because with how it
Travel
ended,
is-
it's got a great potential for a sequel.
Yeah, well, and I like that it's replayability. It reminds me a lot of Hotline Miami, of just repeat, and I feel like that's a hard thing to nail. It, like, even dying in that game, it doesn't get frustrating. You just want to keep playing it. So Untitled Goose Game is better, but I'm just saying Katana Zero is good.
You really think
Untitled
Untitled
Goose
Goose
Game's
Game is
great.
better than Katana Zero? You're not.
Yeah.
You think
No,
so?
yeah, I like it. Well, so it's funny. I actually just played Untitled, and maybe this is just that it's so fresh in my memory. I just played Untitled Goose Game, like just when I was stuck in the airport going to BlizzCon. Like I finally actually sat down and messed with it a bunch, and it's hysterical.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
I love it.
So let's talk a little bit about the controversy real quick around the Game Awards.
Which one?
There's controversy?
Yeah.
What happened?
So
What did you do?
No, I'm pretending
What
to
did you
duck
do,
down,
MVG?
yeah, right.
So what's everyone think about this whole thing with Jeff Keighley, Death Stranding, and Kojima?
It's
'Cause this is a serious controversy going on around a award show that doesn't actually mean anything.
It's a creative.
It is
Created?
I mean,
No.
Yeah.
It's fabricated from nothing. Okay.
Yeah. Everyone's got them tinfoil hats on.
It's tinfoil. There's
Ultimately,
nothing for us
yes,
to
it's a
talk about
tinfoil
here.
controversy.
I
Can you
think
explain to me why
even
it's a
if it
tinfoil
was
controversy? I want to know,
I
like, really,
think-
why is it?
even
Simple.
if it was of a more conventional standard, I think people would have still called it rig.
Well, that's the thing.
Everyone calls everything rigged.
Everything.
Yeah,
This is gonna be.
exactly.
It's rigged based on. Oh, he's friends with Kojima, a man who doesn't vote, a man who doesn't pick a winner is
Do you just
rigging.
want Jeff to be alone? That's what it sounds like. You guys just want him to live
That's the
alone,
thing.
not have friends.
What's the rigging?
You
Yeah.
can't say that Jeff Keighley did not influence that game. You can't
did
say
it?
that. Because he was, he was the promotional marketing.
I don't take him as the most creative dude.
Can I answer?
No.
Because he was the promotional person.
Sean, what do
for
you
this
think?
game.
What do you think?
About what?
What do you think about this?
I'm trying to tell you.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Goddamn, Nate the hate.
No, like,
you just have to say that after every time you do something like that. Nate, just say
I'm gonna go rock on you now.
he was the promotional guy for this game. He even went to other events like that one night live thing at Gamescom and promoted the game. Like it's he's in the fucking game. And
So you're
it's
saying
his
he's his hype man?
Okay. So
yes, I believe
man.
I don't think he went out there and said Death Stranding needs to be on the Game of the Year nominations or you're never going to be nominated or anything like that. No, I don't think that. But
Yeah.
I think he influenced people just because of his promotion of the game throughout the years and how he's been spokesperson
So
for
you
this game.
think he influenced 80 jury members from around the world to nominate this game?
Look, I'm
No,
just,
but
I'm
I
just
think
saying
he
like this.
influenced some of them.
Okay, well, if he didn't influence them, then there is nothing.
No, but I'm
No,
saying
There's no controversy.
if I wrote a book and then I gave it to you and you read my book, or I helped out with a book and then I gave you a list of, hey man, I'm doing a big award show of best book of the year. Here's a list of books. Also, there's the one that I really wanted you to do. It mean a lot to me, but here's a list for your unbiased. It's going to influence you. If you are filling out a Jeff Keighley Games of the Year list, you're going to think about the game that has Jeff Keighley in it.
And I'll also note, Nate, with this one here. Look, Keighley is the most powerful, I would say, host in gaming, right? He has a lot of sponsorships, deals, and hookups. Don't you think that somebody might? We don't know all the ethics of all these people. We don't even know their names for all the people. Don't you think that they might want to get on his good side because of a game that he's in? Like, there could be ulterior motives all over the place. Suzanne
'cause-
Summers? Is that Suzanne?
Suzanne Summer, what the hell?
Yes.
We're doing a Thigh Master commercial?
She's on step by step, or was that? somebody
Oh
else?
my God, was she on Step by Step?
She can step on me.
But I mean, there's definitely some. It's not going to stop people from. Obviously, it's going to be brought up, right? We would be naive just to not bring it up. It is definitely something to question because of that. Because we've never seen anything like this. Like it's something that we can bring
This
up.
is
We
the
can bring up
most
and talk about
controversy
it.
around Game Awards. You're
But the
right.
controversy is based on that he's the host of the show. He has a cameo in the game. So if Jedi Fallen Order was nominated, Andrea Renee did marketing for EA. Greg Miller did the E3 for EA. If that game was up for Game of the Year, that'd be more of a controversy because they were hired by EA to do the marketing for that game specifically, and they would be on the voting jury panel for the game potentially to win. Jeff Keighley is not part of the jury panel. His influence or his say in the game does not matter.
He was viewed as
for
You just
Mitsu to
ignored
nominate
everything
the
Sean and
game.
Dreamcast guy said. You
well,
just
and
ignored
it's
almost
dude. It's
everything
also
they
the weirdness of Jeff Keighley was literally paid by Death Stranding. He literally got a
But he's
paycheck.
the host. He gave you a blank ballot and said, write 5 games for the entire year. He doesn't put a list of the games. You can write down whatever game you want. You could put Yoshi on there if you chose to. He didn't influence you to write down any game. It's up to you as the outlet to decide the games. He didn't influence you.
I feel like most people don't necessarily take Jeff as an authority figure. I feel like most people are like, "Oh, look, it's Jeff." I mean,
I disagree with. I've been around him a couple times, and I highly disagree.
I have too. He's just a nice guy. Like
has he told you to do things and then you just do
He
them?
wasn't intimidating.
Yeah.
He's just
People respect him, and they want to be on his good side. They
Does
want.
everyone remember when
I feel like the way everybody talks about him, it's not that.
when Canada attacked you.
When Canada attacked me, every Canadian YouTuber, all 2 of them,
all
because
rushed
I
rushed
told-
on Sean
because Jeff Keighley tweeted out, "What can we do better for the Gaming Awards?" And I said, "Make it not suck." And like, Rez and JKB,
Yeah, but
the
those
2
were
Canadian
Two
YouTubers.
Canadians. What about everybody else?
Because Jeff,
They didn't care.
I'm not quite as extreme as OJ is on this case, but I definitely more side with OJ on this case because
Okay.
you can't downplay his influence. I don't feel. I mean, the man can seemingly get exclusive trailers, game reveals, character reveals for Smash Brothers. And you're gonna tell me he's not a powerful figure?
You do, but you do realize every reveal, every trailer, the companies are giving the Game Awards hundreds of thousands of dollars to have them air there. It's not Jeff Keighley saying, "Hey Reggie, let's go get a beer. Give me that game trailer." No, Nintendo comes to say, "Here's $1.5 million to play that trailer."
Look,
because he's powerful.
He has the venue open to them, and they say this is a good marketing deal for them. It's not Jeff Keighley flexing.
Nobody else could put this together like Keighley has for whatever one reason or another. Nobody else could do it. Like
No, I
Gene Simmons
disagree with
could.
that. It could be. I think there could be anyone besides a Jeff Keighley. Like if there wasn't Jeff Keighley and there was John, not from Spawnwave, a different John. All right, let's just say some guy, right? And
Non-wave.
he not wave or whatever. He just hosts the Game Awards, and sometimes because he hosts that, oh cool, host this event here, be this person, and the same thing is just, it doesn't matter. I don't think it's the person, I just think it's the event. That's how he can make these big deals happen. And because that event got bigger, and he did make it a lot better over the years, I think it's a lot better of a show than it was a few years ago. It was just a way more terrible sponsored train wreck. I think it could be anyone making these deals. I do agree to a point, like, yes, his name carries weight because of all he does, but it's also a category where anyone who is in that same position hosting these events could get these same deals done and all that stuff. I don't think it relies just on the back of Keighley's name. It's just his name is that way because of the Game Awards. Anyone who hosts that, anyone who was running that would get the same amount of attention. I don't think he's this big influencing person as people think he is.
He's not Harvey Weinstein over here.
Okay, well, all right, that's just, I'm not going to go and say that name, but
I mean, he had
this type of influence where a game is only getting nominated because Jeff Keighley is friends with Kojima. Jeff Keighley was friends with Reggie. So when Breath of the Wild won Game of the Year, was it because he had a friendship with Reggie?
Reggie didn't make.
to be fair though, Jeff didn't almost cry on stage handing Reggie a trophy.
listen, for all we know, Kojima and Keighley have like a secret relationship behind the scenes. I don't know.
Since Jeff Keighley
That's
did
weird.
his article way back with Metal Gear Solid 2. They've been friends for like 2 decades.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but
so he can't be.
Well,
there's nothing here that says this is because of.
But why
a man who has no say in anything?
No, we're just saying the last couple of Game Awards have basically been a Kojima fest. Like when Kojima couldn't come, there was an unscripted speech by Jeff Keighley about why Kojima wasn't allowed to be there by Konami. Like so much of this entire event now is literally the Hideo Kojima party. So it's kind of weird that Hideo Kojima comes out with a game and it's in every category.
And Jeff Keighley.
But then blame. But that's the duty of the jury.
The marketing. Yeah, just sounds like the friendship ruined the publicity. If that's
I mean,
but okay.
Maybe
All
there's
Jeff
nothing
could
more.
have done is said, "I'm removing myself from hosting in 2019 because this game is there," and people still would have said, "There's a controversy around it."
Yep.
So what's he supposed to do? Hey, Kojima, I can't be friends with you because I happen to have a Game Award show, and if I host it or if my name is anywhere near it, they're going to accuse us.
what I would have done then is I would have posted the nomination numbers.
Yeah, right. Show the little.
That's why I would have been as transparent as possible.
Yeah.
With at the very least the outlets, not the names of the people.
Who
but maybe
picks the outlets though?
I don't even. I don't even mind showing
too.
I don't think you even have to show the outlets necessarily. I just need to see how close all this stuff was
The
together.
scores.
Let's say you got all 80.
And who?
But you could still say that, like Sean's point, saying he used his influence of his name to get GamePro in Germany to vote for Death Stranding.
If it got all 80, I would be shocked because Giant Bomb is one of them.
A majority
They're not
of
nominating
them.
that thing.
I mean, Engadget Engadget, LA Times, Newsweek, Hollywood Reporter, VentureBeat, The Verge, Vice. Are those big gaming companies?
I'll be honest.
Yes.
I would question some of those places beating a 40 to 50 hour game like Death Stranding.
Daily Star, The Guardian. Like, come the fuck on, man. Like,
I want to watch The Guardian.
All right. Let's see if anyone here will disagree with this. Regardless of the Game Awards, Death Stranding is going to win dozens of Game of the Year from various outlets. Is that because of Jeff Keighley?
No,
I would say it probably will.
So if it's going to win on 24 other websites, then it's not going to impact this.
I don't. Wait a minute. Hold time out. I don't know if it's going to win on a bunch of. I think Resident Evil 2 remake.
I think Resident Evil 2 is going to take
Sekiro is going to win a lot more from sites than Death Stranding. So that's not.
So
Yeah,
I agree with that. I
think what we're trying to say, Nate, and somebody can correct me if they disagree, but I basically what we're saying is that we're not saying that it doesn't deserve to be on stage. We're saying that this is just, it's weird looking. The optics are extremely weird. Like, I'm not saying that it shouldn't be nominated. I'm saying, and definitely it's going to get awards all over the place. I'm just saying this stage looks weird.
I actually would have nominated Death Stranding for a game. I would have, but
see, that's the thing. The game deserves its nomination, but what's happening is it's being overshadowed by a fake controversy due to his relationship with Jeff Keighley. So now the game isn't there on its own merit. It's only there because of Jeff Keighley and Kojima's friendship. So now that game is no longer deserving of its spot because Keighley is a host, and again, he did not vote. He does not choose a winner. So whatever the game has gotten to this point has no say from Jeff Keighley. So the only disclosure is we know he has a cameo in the game. We know he's the host. That's it. EGM, Game Informer, and Gamer magazines were in Metal Gear Solid 3. And they got reviewed perfect scores.
Okay, let's just say
controversy. Did the game not deserve a 10? No, Metal Gear Solid 3 is one of the best games of all time. Regardless of the cameo.
Weird, but that's still weird.
Jessica Chobot was in Mass Effect 3 and they gave it a 9.5 or something like that.
I knew it.
Entertainment Weekly.
I just say here's the real question. We know that Monster definitely paid a lot of money to be in the game. You got a lot of money in that game. When Hideo Kojima wins, is Hideo Kojima going to walk up on stage holding a monster and be like, I just finished my refreshing beverage and now it's time for an award?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's entertainment. It's Hollywood, man. I mean, of course, you know.
At the end of the day, though,
the sponsors.
It doesn't really fucking.
Well, I mean, there's also no actual like definitive proof of Keighley actually influencing entertainment.
Right.
At the end of the day, the Game Awards don't matter, especially to the fans. What the Game Awards is, it's supposed to be a celebration for the industry and the creators who put out games this year. Instead, what the conversation is becoming is, there's collusion, there's corruption within the game industry for these Game Awards. That ultimately, no one gives a fuck about.
You know what?
If Death Stranding wins the Game Awards on December 12th, it doesn't make me love the game anymore. It doesn't make me love the game any less. It doesn't matter that award. That award means nothing to me or any fan.
Say something.
Also, no one's going to care afterwards.
He's putting together a part that he's trying to say that this is the premiere show. He wants everybody to watch it. He wants it to be legit. That's why he spent so much time building up this show, right? He's putting that in front of us and saying this is all legit. But we're saying, it doesn't matter as much. But he doesn't think that way.
OJ, he's saying that to get his numbers up for the shareholders so he can get money.
But still, there's a lot of people that are investing in whatever they feel the show. So I mean, you don't want to have this type of stuff lingering, over it. I mean, and like I said, the influence. I'm not saying like I can't prove that there's any type of corruption or anything. And I'm not going to go super tinfoil. All I'm saying is that it does seem like we can question the legitimacy of this based on all the different business ties, millions of dollars trading hands, and everything. We can question it. It is okay for us to bring up that question.
Plus it was the most nominated game.
Yeah, it's the lowest rated, most nominated. It's more rated than God of War, more than Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, more than Red Dead, more than all of these games that were rated so much higher, and it's nominated well more than any of those games. So
God of War was a lot better too.
If anything,
for us to just bring up that there might be some issues here, I don't find it like conspiracy. We're looking at the facts, and we're saying this does not match what's happened in all the previous years.
You can't completely disagree with the nominations though versus a game like Control. If Control was like the front runner, I'd definitely have a lot more red flags raised.
And I can because it's Entertainment Weekly, The Hollywood Reporter, Newsweek.
Yeah, but that affects every year then. That affects every year then.
We're going to go back every year, and we could say every single year there was some sort of bias. There was influence of something.
So maybe
I'll tell you the big problem here. I'll tell you what the big problem is here, Nate. You said there's a celebration of games, right? If this was a celebration of games, these outlets would have pulled an all-nighter, beat Jedi, and then nominated it. That's what would have happened.
There's a chance it chose not to.
Hey, I would have done it. Why didn't they?
Hey.
You're different. You're a YouTuber. You're not paid off.
Maybe the Hollywood Reporter did, but no one else did.
Here's
about the action adventure.
It's a conspiracy. If anything, the conspiracy.
Let's see
certain
if the
things
Hollywood-
are nominated to get us to talk about it, so we all do watch the show out of anger or frustration or out of that. That's the conspiracy, not Death Stranding's nominated. Neither the conspiracy should be now we're all gonna intensely watch it just to see what happens now because it's so talkable. This is the thing that people won't shut up for all week about, and they're going to keep talking about until it happens. So, if anything, Keely got himself a bunch more people to watch who maybe.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. I mean, I think I honestly, I agree with Nate on this. We talked about this, during the week, but I'm
Australian facts.
Absolutely.
Australian facts.
What's happening here, guys, is nothing different than like the Academy Awards or the Billboard Music Awards. It's exactly the same. The panel is made up by people like Steven Spielberg and Hollywood directors, except you don't know exactly who they are because they don't usually disclose it information.
See, that's my problem. I don't want to say this.
And they're voting on their own. And like the person who's the host is like someone like Tom Hanks, who's been in Spielberg movies.
Yes.
So what's the difference here? There's no difference here. And the fact that Keely has come out and said this and said, look, I respect the concern and, I understand, where it's coming from, but hey, I don't have a say in this. You got to take the man on his word. I mean, that's it. You got to take the man on his word.
Replying to everyone on Twitter. Everyone calls him out on Twitter. He's just the same like copy paste. He's like, I'm not doing anything. It's just how it happened. I have no part of it.
He's like,
he drinks a big old espresso and he sits down. It's like time to fucking beat the shit out of nerds.
Control B, Control B.
Control B. Yeah.
I do agree that it doesn't look good. Like the perception is not good at all. But you have to you got to take him on his word on this one.
Oh, what is that, Sean? What are you looking at? You looking at their review?
I'm looking at the Newsweek review. They gave it a 7.5 out of 10.
Hold on.
All right, see, so they're not going to vote for Game of the Year for it.
Wait a minute. Did everyone actually look up everyone's review for Death Stranding in those nominations?
I have been. The Hollywood Reporter and Vice did not score it. Newsweek,
what was the summary? Were they positive?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of
research long.
I didn't even think of that. Look through and see what everyone gave all these games. That's funny. That'd be interesting to see.
Let's see what LA Times did.
Oh gosh, Sean's after him. Evan, do we have some Discord questions to go through?
Got about 3.
Okay, why don't we go through them and I'll do super chats and we'll finish up.
What do you think's next for Mario Kart 8? A DLC or a whole new one?
Please get a whole new one. Yeah, whole new.
I love 8, but come on, give me 9 or just jump to the next one's probably gonna be called Mario Kart X. Nobody likes
Mario Kart World.
You guys just got Mario Kart Toured. Relax.
What's the next one?
I was a little off. I've been trying to figure out how to word this. Do we think the N64 Classic, if it releases holiday 2020, will interact in some way with the sales for the new Sony and Microsoft systems?
No.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a gift. I think a lot of people will pick up.
Yeah, I think it's going to sell crazy numbers, but I don't think it's going to take away from that pool.
No one's going to go, oh man, should I get a PlayStation 5, a new Xbox, or an N64 Classic?
It'll be a niche on top.
I don't think that system will ever come out.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, come on, why you gotta hurt us like that, man?
Keeping it real, that's all.
Oh
Damn,
man,
MVG shooting down the N64 mini hopes.
What's the next one?
And the last one is, what game do you see that doesn't get a lot of coverage that you wish got more?
Borderlands 3.
Jedi Fallen Order.
I would have said Jedi.
Yeah, definitely Jedi.
A lot of coverage though.
Jedi has
not enough.
No representation at the Game Awards. It's travesty.
Yeah.
Travesty.
Apparently, Sayonara Wild Hearts, because only you people knew of it.
Nope.
I got enough awards, okay?
How about I'll break my phone out, Nate, and I'll go get it now.
You can get it on the Switch.
I'll say something that definitely nobody else would probably ever say is I wish that more people were talking about the interesting impact of World of Warcraft Classic, because we've never seen a remastered MMO. It's very successful, and it's also interesting because it is very different. It's interesting to see a company literally selling a subscription service to old bullshit and making millions off it.
Wait,
and nobody's really kind of talking about it.
Old school RuneScape?
Well, but old school RuneScape continued on and actually evolved. This is still the original game. We think that the theory right now is that they're going to do what they're calling Classic Plus. They're going to do what they did with old school RuneScape, which is new content.
What was that question again, Evan? Can you say it again?
What games that weren't covered? Which one? Like games that aren't covered a lot. Which one would you wish actually got more coverage?
Control. No one bought Control.
I'm buying it.
8 nominations, baby.
No one bought it.
Well, who's going to buy it now because of the nominations? Who's going to buy it? Because I'm buying it.
People saw the nomination and they were like, I still need to buy that game.
I still gotta get Resident Evil 2 first.
Black Friday's coming
like
up.
$15 next
Jordan,
week.
I can't help you. You should be ashamed for yourself for that.
I'll get it on Black Friday if I remember.
It's
I think it's $15 on like the Xbox One right now.
Yeah, but I want physical.
Yeah, digital. Yeah, buy it physical.
Let me go through some of these super chats over on Streamlabs.
What the hell is that?
Abraham Gunner says,
Entertainment Weekly.
out
What
of
do
the
they give it?
A-.
There you go. There you go. Out of the 6 nominees for the Game of the Year, I think Super Smash should easily win. However, part of me wants Death Stranding to win just to see the fallout of it cause.
Yes.
I'm sure that would be a
Chaos.
People storm the stage.
Yeah,
and
the internet. Like, the internet would be something else that day.
I just want to say one thing very quickly. On the Entertainment Weekly review, it got 1 response and 0 comments. So definitely a definitive voice in the video game industry that should definitely be on this esteemed panel.
They should be there for the celebration of games.
Hey, you want a good ballot, Jeff? Come see me next year. I got you.
Yeah, hit me up. I got you. I play all the games.
Boss Aim donated $10 for no message. Thanks, boss. And then David said, I love watching your content, Spawn. Hi to the rest of the crew. Love from Australia.
Hey.
Australian facts. Shout out.
What time is it in Australia right now? Like how what's the time difference there?
I want to say middle of
What's the time in Melbourne?
9 a.m. or something?
It's 3:16 p.m. in Melbourne.
Oh, no.
Oh,
so
there
wrong.
you go. All right.
Also, my series is Australian as well.
All right.
Australia facts.
Australia facts.
Let me go through the super chats. Then we can finish up in overtime now. But we took a little longer to get on the air because we were probably arguing about something. I don't know what it was.
True story. I'll tell Bill. We were arguing about the Game Awards before we went live.
Where was it? Yeah, it was everyone's Game of the Year. Yep, did that one. RGT85, congrats on the book. Deli Meat of the Week. Ham. Gaming Loser. Glad it's the first time. Jay says, glad it's my favorite time of the week. Did that one. And then here we go. Aiden says, I have acquired a Neo Geo AES. I didn't know these things were so expensive, and the games are more expensive than the console.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. And then Aiden says, do you have a holy grail of sorts from your collections?
I do. Or is that like to find or what's already in our collection?
It just says from your collections. Yourself.
I'll say, so I have a lot of really rare games. A lot of things that I have, like, I love Mr. Bones. I actually own, there was a here's one I really like. There's a Sega Saturn only Japanese version of Bomberman. It's the first isometric Bomberman 3D. It's called Bomberman Fight, and honestly, it's my favorite Bomberman. It has great 3D effects. I still actually have it in mint condition, even with this little stupid Japanese paper sleeve. Look at this bad boy. I think I paid 12 cents for it, and I love this thing so much. I actually got a modded Sega Saturn just to play this one game.
I think I have probably 2 things that come to mind. I have a minty a minty Chrono Trigger for the Super NES.
Oh.
And I also have a Ghouls and Ghosts original arcade board as well, which is pretty pricey these days. So I'd say that they're my 2.
I have a Nintendo 64 DD.
Ooh,
I do have one.
Nice.
I do. I have some games for it too. I don't know what they say, but I have it.
I would say Panzer Dragoon Saga because of Milton, the amazing Milton.
I thought you were
love
gonna break out that
Milton.
Panasonic Q, man.
Well, that was the second thing. Was Panasonic Q.
Okay. Man. Gaming Loser, two donations here, no messages. Thanks, Gaming Loser. Joe says, since EA hasn't revealed their Black Friday deals for Origin yet, do you think Fallen Order will get a price drop on Black Friday on Origin or Steam?
Yes, I think it'll drop $10.
Yes.
I think $10. You'll get
Yeah.
something, right? Yeah. Okay.
Origin or Steam? Yes.
By the way, I bought it on Steam, and it just puts you through
It just
Origin
launches
anyway.
Origin,
No,
yeah,
that's what they said
it's
they
the
were going to
same
do
thing.
is just run it that way.
Jay says, happy MVG and Miss Click are back. Everyone else also.
Hey.
Adam says, fan awards would be awesome. Game of the decade. That's something I like I said, I had that idea for a awards thing with a bunch of YouTube personalities nominating and then just everybody, the audience voting.
Hey man, you never know. It could be an annual thing, and it may grow in popularity. You never know.
Maybe bigger than the Game Awards.
You guys got it. Right.
Might need its own channel.
Just have to stick with it. I think it'd be fun. We'll try it. I actually had a lot of people reach out for it too.
We'll call it Real Votes from Real People. No rigging here.
That sucks.
Yeah, the not rigged game awards.
Not rigged game.
Featuring, and you got to get John Riggs to be the host.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Only if he wears that Dr. Robotnik outfit.
Oh, God.
This one was for MVG. I think you were laughing at this one. MVG is it from Aiden saying, "MVG, I'm donating my 3 years worth of hair, so hit me up."
Bring it over, man.
He's just collecting 3 years.
Hey,
worth of hair.
he posted his 10-year photo. He was rolling with some hair.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he chose to shave it off.
Chose the
dude,
bald life.
I'm going bald, man. Don't worry. It's all good. I'd never cared about losing my hair, honestly.
Oh, at least
Hey, you
you're
rock it,
committed.
man.
At least you're committed. Some people hold on for too long, and it's like you're losing energy watching them hold on to
Yeah,
their
no,
hair.
I agree with you.
Damn,
just
that's
buzz
harsh.
it. Just
I don't
buzz
believe
it off.
No, listen. There are some people they just hold on a little too long, dude.
Well, have you heard that I've heard the term malding, where you get so mad you're
Malding,
balding?
yes.
Yeah, exactly. You definitely
Yes.
see those malders. I see them. I'm like, bro, just give up. You're malding. It's okay.
This
Malding.
one's from Ethan R. He just says, Sean, I hope you get explosive diarrhea. Like that's it.
I like Ethan now. He made a good comment.
Ethan's good people.
The Holocron, no message. Noah says, I regret buying Sword after learning of the thick gym leader, Melanie. That's who you're trying to talk about.
See, everyone keeps talking about this thick gym leader. You're telling me, oh, she's in both
She's in
versions?
both.
I don't know what the hell's going
She's
on.
in
No,
both,
she's
man.
only. Is she? No,
Yes,
she's not.
it's
She's the Shield.
it's Baby and the ghost person.
It's Bay and Alistair are the exclusives.
I can't believe you just called her baby. I'm crying. I'm so happy.
Take care of your BB.
Ben says Fire Emblem 3 Houses should have been nominated. It's my pick for Game of the Year.
Ugh.
Should have been nominated.
Did you just 3 houses?
No, I would never do anything like that in my life.
There's not enough balancing of packages, Miss Click. You gotta let it. There's
Dude,
not
no.
enough package balancing.
No.
Total War 3 Kingdoms.
Don't do that. Don't tear me against
There's
my
not enough
loves.
package balancing.
Tropico 6.
Make me pick, OJ.
NX Revolution says, oh, well, you got a Quest. Enjoy. It's a really cool device. And yeah, if you get the Oculus Link, it'll connect to PC. So there you go. Oculus Quest, the Link, good to go for Half-Life.
Yes.
What are you doing, Sean?
Gotta go first.
I love
Sean,
that.
That was my Michael Jackson.
Whoa,
Michael
Sean, you're going to get us
Sonic.
into trouble with that.
Yeah,
kid.
sure. You're gonna like come up with some weird Sonic shit.
Yeah, we're getting into furry territory. Turn that off.
Yeah, stop pressing the right arrow key, Sean.
Also, a pretty picture.
We have Juice Man says, I guess we'll act like Soul Calibur 6 didn't come out this year.
It did?
It
What
came out
game?
last year.
Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah,
It came out
I've
last
never heard of her.
Last year, yeah.
Okay, there you
It came
go.
out last year.
We're not acting. We're just, being real.
Atlanta says, get Arlo on the SpawnCast. Talk to Arlo a few times. We'll get him on the SpawnCast.
Yo, could he do this for an entire 2 hours?
Yeah, you bet.
We can
Probably.
barely sit on our
Yo.
ass for the entire 2 hours. And puppeteer the whole thing.
Are you calling me out? Sorry.
Hey,
Yes.
we were on some. I was on a panel with him at Too Many Games for everyone who was there.
Was he a puppet?
Really?
Yeah.
I saw him sit at last year at Retropalooza. He was there doing a fan meet and greet, and he was there for hours talking to fans as Arlo and as him for hours. He was doing it so he took so many selfies, and he'd do different poses. He would like lay on the ground for each selfie to put Arlo up high enough. That dude is such a badass. Like, dude, Arlo forever.
Arlo's awesome, man. Yeah, it's awesome. The blanket just says E, and then Jose says cutting edge gamer is the best option, honestly. Blanket then says blanket with a P, and then Justin says anyone try Children of Morta on Switch? Amazing.
I got to meet the developer that was pretty much made by one guy, and I got to meet him, and he showed me the game. It's really good.
Legendary Link says I've been really enjoying Asphalt 9 on the Switch. Is anyone else still playing it?
Not still playing it, but I played a lot of it for my my little sponsor review I did, or not review, just sponsored gameplay I did for it, or video. It's good. It's really good. Burnout-ish.
I've been playing Need. I've been playing Need for Speed here and there on the Xbox, so that's where I am now.
Well, not Need.
Playing Garfield Kart.
Yeah. What are you doing, Sean?
You're watching Kojima.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt you.
So you think in their friendship they always just bring that guy around, so when they hang out, he just translates for them?
I think so.
Probably.
Like, is he part of the friend group, or does he get ignored?
Like
that guy is a great.
they're just at a restaurant. He's translating, but he has to pay his own tab.
Yeah, it's like, you don't get paid. He's just sitting there.
Solar Ben says, when will Arlo be on the stream? There you go. Everyone's Arlo.
Arlo.
Yeah. Mike says, thanks for the endless hours of entertainment, everyone. Have my free super chat. Then Royal with 2 messages. I think there's just a lot of free super chats because there's 2 messages with no, or 2 spots with no message from Royal. Wi-Fi says a mobile game was nominated for best music. Just acknowledging that. Just so everyone can kind of reflect on that for a second.
Blanks there.
Biz, no message. Thanks, Biz. Royal, again, no message. Alcatraz, Metro Exodus, my game of the year. Anyone with me?
Didn't play it yet.
Metro Exodus. Evan, you didn't play it either, and you're a big Metro person, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Waiting for it to go to Steam.
Basically.
Got it. Okay. Stock on 10 says DKC turned 25. What's your all's favorite? Oh, Donkey Kong Country memories.
Oh, the fake ending.
I like the water level when you first hit that in the first game. It was like the music and just the graphics were amazing.
Probably
like ambiance.
Mine was not even the game itself. It was actually my friend got the VHS in the mail, and I had to go watch it on his terrible TV. And it was awesome.
So if you want to see that, I actually got it. I found not only the tape, but I actually found this weird device that would actually kind of HD digify the tape. So I actually uploaded it. The one like HD rip of it on YouTube is my video, and I uploaded it back before I had my fake teeth installed, so my toothless ass appears at the beginning of the video like, let me show you the Donkey Kong Country VHS. It's really bad.
Aww.
I remember it was when I was younger. I wanted a Yu-Gi-Oh game on the Game Boy Advance, and my parents instead bought me Donkey Kong Country on the Game Boy Advance, and I played it, and it was good.
Okay, there you go.
That's my story.
Jordan facts.
I never played it on the original consoles.
Well, that's because you're like 10.
Exactly.
Royal says, always enjoyed the live streams. Perfect weekend chats. Thanks, Royal. Von Hunter says, what's the best part of Google Stadia? I'd ask about the worst, but those are available in spades, unfortunately. Best part's probably the load time and the instant access, and you can actually pretty much play it like if you're at work and I guess you don't like they don't block it, right? You can pick up your game immediately. Like, so if you stop here, you can pretty much pause it and then just go play it at work somewhere. Anyway,
That's the controller.
Controller is actually the best part of Stadia, I guess. Technically, it is a very good
hardware.
controller. It is very good.
Controller is very good. That probably.
Which one would you compare it to the most?
I would compare it. It's like for me, it's a mix between like I guess it's closer to an Xbox controller when I hold it, but the thumbsticks are like the PS4 controller, but it feels very good.
What's the D-pad like? Because it looks a little weird to me.
Tactile. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't like it that much. I don't really like tactile ones. I'd rather the
mushy.
The mushy one. I'd rather a mushy one than tactile. It's like the
mushy.
Oh, actually, you know what? It's very similar to the Xbox One, but even clickier than that. Even
It's clickier than that.
it's I don't like it that much. The D-pad.
Only if it's
not
live.
going to work well for fighting games where you have to roll. But I mean,
job,
honestly,
Fringe.
fighting games
I'll be
on
here all
Steam are
night.
great anyway. So, but yeah, the load times are really good too. Like shockingly good. Glenmore says, "What's the issue with Oh, you were talking about that MVG on Twitter, Kappa and YouTube creators, because you were saying that's how you say for cops in Australia.
Oh yeah,
Sean?
Australia facts.
The problem with Kappa is it's not very specific. So everyone's trying to figure out now what we're allowed to do on YouTube without the FTC coming for us.
Don't be worried. We survived worse on YouTube. Kappa ain't gonna be the end of us.
Watch Jordan freaking jinx this.
Jinx it. Down with the patriarchy. YouTube is dead. Everyone leave to Twitch.
Yeah, they need to.
Vimeo.
Until Kappa
No.
comes for Twitch.
Stay off. It's no God.
They need to
Kappa's coming to
rewrite some of the
Twitch.
stuff, but I think they started to rewrite some of it so we could kind of understand a little more.
Yeah, because they're still saying it's about the wording, but
they did that. I think they did that yesterday, day before they started to rewrite it. So
but then they put out things that were like it's not going to be what you think.
Yeah,
it
they
is.
put like a summary today where like just because your content appeals to everyone, you're not specifically targeting kids, which means you are not going to be a victim of this.
Yeah.
So unless you're just like making
from
I
what
guess
I
as
can
long as you're
gather-
not toys with Ryan, you're basically fine.
Yeah, I mean, you apparently you
weird.
really have to be looking to like it has to be very obvious.
And I
apparently,
feel
that
like
you
a
don't
lot
have
of the
kids.
bot is going to be looking for the metric of knowing the age of
Yeah, the
being below a
demographic.
certain point.
Also,
if you hit like
we're
above
not
50%.
collecting data. That's the thing. We're not actively collecting data like YouTube was to sell ads, right?
Yes.
We got thrown under the bus like it's our fault. I'm not sitting here like, okay, who's watching the video? Oh, cool. 8-year-olds are watching the video. Let me send out toy ads. Let me get these. I don't do any of that. I don't know what plays on my video half the time. What ads?
Sure, Mr. Spyro.
Hey, listen, Spyro is rated E for everyone, and I'm everyone. Okay,
You made me buy all of these, you bastard. Like,
buy it. If you don't buy Spyro, you're not a real adult.
Ryan says, "Let's be real. We all know Kojima wrote his acceptance speech 7 months ago.
Before the game
He wrote it
was out,
before he
was-
announced the game.
His first thing
man.
was going to be to Keeley.
Oh man, that would be great. Dreadmaster with a bunch of donations here, but no message again. Probably maybe free super chats. I don't know, but thanks Dreadmaster, appreciate it. Tesla says Fire Emblem 3 Houses was game of the year. So that twice actually.
Shout out to Cybertruck. Thanks, Tesla.
At least a nom.
Kaden Lisa says the controller from last week was the Bad Dog Retro Control Classic Controller Wii. It's really something. It's $5 on eBay. Thanks for making content. There you go. Philip says, since none of the games in 2019 are particularly superlative, maybe Smash wins as a way to recognize the series as a whole, like Lord of the Rings at the Oscars.
That's smart, yeah. Or what they did with what's the I'm totally having a brain fart. Leonardo DiCaprio, where with like they were like, well, eventually we have to give this guy Best Actor.
Right.
They were like, all right, every one of his roles is good. This is another good one. Just give him Best Actor this year.
Adam says as a sort of isometric game type game, Disco for Switch, or Disco Elysium.
Yeah, he should have won for Wolf of Wall Street, not Revenant. But either way.
Sure.
Juice Man Vaughn says,
Why are you throwing up, huh?
Continue.
Listen,
Wait, you have problems with Wolf on Wall Street?
you have problems with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Nate
We're
lives
talking
by that
video games
movie.
here. We're talking video
boy.
games here.
We will discuss this when we go off.
This
the air.
movie hate. Oh my god.
Nate said that serious. Jeez.
I am legitimately shaken to my. I am shooketh. I don't like this kind of rhetoric. Continue on.
Juice Man Vaughn says, what is the criteria for Game of the Year if it's not based on the highest rated, well-received Game of the Year, and the brand new IP criteria doesn't make sense for Game of the Year if Resident Evil made it in. Anyway, Fire Emblem got snubbed.
Not really.
Nobody knows. It's all just made up bullshit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Are you eating a burrito?
Yeah.
You weren't gone that long. Did you like zap it for like 30 seconds and now you're just eating a cold burrito?
It's cold on the
No,
inside, yeah.
no, it's good. A minute 30.
Okay.
I said beforehand.
Dear God.
Dear God.
Tesla says Fire Emblem 3 Houses was amazing. Almost everyone who played it loves it. It moved the series and genre forward and made it accessible in North America.
That's not true.
Jordan didn't like it apparently.
I never played it.
And Jordan was never seen again.
Jordan doesn't play games.
I don't play video games, guys. I'm a fraud.
It's a
I
fake
mean,
gamer
yeah.
boy. This is a fake gamer boy. He's just doing it for
Everything
views.
knows.
agree
I just
pretty
wanna-
much. Everybody that played the game said it was amazing. I mean, it was
It's good.
absolutely
It's a good game.
phenomenal.
No, I don't know. Who plays strategy games? No one plays strategy games, okay?
Listen, I had not before Three Houses.
I mean, it was either that or Anno. I don't know. I had to pick,
I mean, I might just go play Anno if I want to play a strategy game.
It wasn't part of the. This Fire Emblem got snubbed. It's not part of the show at all. That's what I'm. It was literally not part
Will
I just
says,
let everyone freak it out.
Will says, hey guys, are any of you into fighting games? Thoughts on Guilty Gear Strive next year? That's actually probably something.
Oh, it looks amazing.
Yeah, the animation looks really good.
They're working.
They have
The
the
engine,
stage like transitions too.
and that's their in-house engine
Yeah,
still, and they're mastering it. It's getting crazy.
Yeah.
They're still using Unreal 4? Or is it
They
Unreal
have like
3
an
still?
alteration for like what they do in-house. Like it's kind of Unreal, but like they have their own setup for it.
Yeah, because the way they transition those scenes for some of the moves, where it goes from the standard fighting, then all it shifts into like a full 3D type of thing. Like that game's gonna be crazy.
It looked really good in motion.
of. Nobody's gonna buy it.
I am, but I played the last couple of Guilty Gears. They're really high skill ceilings, so there's always the thing of like, I feel like I'm getting in the deep end every time.
Yeah. Really high skill ceiling. Hopefully, I mean, not hopefully, maybe they will make it a little bit better for people.
They'll just add in the DBZ auto combo system and just call it a day.
No, don't go that far. DBZ is nuts. Not that far.
I love that. I love that. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Then we have Joe says, hey, at least a December Switch release actually got nominations, unlike last time. Cough cough Xenoblade 2. They forgot about Xenoblade completely.
Yeah, they did. No, not even soundtrack.
Will says Jordan just wants to see the world burn. Also, OJ 100% agree with you on the award nominations. Jordan is just like from the stands, just laughing. Jordan's over there.
This is great. I'm having a great time in the chat. This is really fun.
Johnny says worst game of the year, Jump Force 76, Anthem, Breakpoint, your picks. So like worst. Oh yeah, Anthem didn't get nominated for anything. That's terrible.
It should have been best ongoing game because that shit's getting deleted.
I mean, honestly, worst. I guess the worst has to be Fallout 76. They sent out moldy helmets. Like I don't know how you
that's
get.
right.
Well,
Yeah.
So I
And then
actually
moldy helmets.
I went to the Fallout 76 Reddit a couple weeks ago to see, like, I was curious, like, what are people talking about? And apparently there's like some sorts of unlockables that the best like cosmetic unlockables require you to do a little bit in every mode, including the Battle Royale. And the Battle Royale is only hackers now. So if you even go into the game, you get headshot across the map, but you have to play it. So even the diehard fans have to just get shit on.
Feels bad, man.
No, we're just about finished up. Brent says, hi everyone, love the show. I just tuned in, so maybe
was
you've already
disgusting.
covered this, but
I put the headset off.
We still heard that.
Bro, it's you literally went like this, and it still sounded like you got closer to the mic.
Like a dragon.
It's like, it's like a frog getting shot.
Yo, I could smell the burrito through the microphone.
Brent asked what our opinions are on Kappa, and are you worried? We talked about Kappa a little bit there.
Oh, we did. I missed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you're
talked
getting a
about
Oh, you're
burrito.
here.
Honestly, 99.9%
I'm
of
chilling,
people
bro.
are overreacting to Kappa. It's not going to affect anyone that I know
Yes,
personally.
Exactly.
Yes, when lawyers are making clickbait videos, you know everything's okay.
Yeah, like it's ridiculous how everyone's fucking.
Am
Dude,
I wrong?
MPG,
No,
he's
MPG with the shots. Holy crap.
That lawyer dude, man, his video is
mean,
ridiculous.
Not wrong.
It's fear mongering, and you see fear mongering
Yeah.
all
The
the damn
thumbnail
time.
was
and-
dope though.
Yeah, it was. It was a good thumbnail. Yeah.
The thumbnail was like, I'm gonna click on this.
The worst thing is that I've had people like reach out to me who are like small content creators, like scared out of their fucking minds, or people who are like, I wanted to do YouTube videos, but now, what do I do? What do I put? Am I going to get fined or something like that? And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
You're not going to get fined. Like, the people who would be fined are the worst extreme offenders of doing this. And this is really about collecting child data. As long as you're not, one, collecting children's data under 13, and well, anyone's data is just kind of weird. Who are you? You think you are Target or something, placing ads on videos? Weird. And the other thing is if you're directing your content to the kid demographic specifically, as long as you're an everyone channel, like Pixel Dan, I know he was one of the biggest, like talking about how he's scared what's going to happen. Listen, you can talk about toys and be fine. As long as you're not going like,
Gordon,
okay, let me play with
what
the
if I
toys
have
on the
colorful
camera.
characters in my thumbnail?
It doesn't.
They're holding a
that's
Lego.
fine. They said that you can have that.
They even clarified that today that
About
colors
cartoons
and
and stuff?
cartoons and stuff aren't going to affect
Okay,
it. It's
good.
like shut the fuck up, people. God, I just hate fear.
So they updated that because the old like whatever you want to call it, manual, whatever it was, like it said, like if you had colorful characters or things that be representative of kids shows. So if they've updated it, like that's just
the update today basically said
to stay updated.
you're all fine.
They
Unless
basically
you're
said
basically
there's a
Toys with
difference.
Ryan.
They said
Toys
the
for
exact
Ryan's the only
difference I
channel.
thought that there was going to be. The main difference is there's difference between content directed to kids and content that's available for everyone and kids can watch.
That kids just have
There's
it.
a-
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Which
if
is
you're
exactly
Sesame
what I
Street-
thought from the beginning. You could be family friendly, you just can't be a kids only. That's the difference. As long as you're it's pretty simple to follow. People
can't
are
be Teletubbies.
they're following headlines and they're listening to fear mongering.
You know what it is? You know what the perfect comparison is? It's comparing Nintendo to a educational video game. That's the perfect thing.
So like like a leapfrog.
Exactly. Nintendo is something that for most of their first party games, nearly 95% of them or so, is a game that everyone can enjoy. It's for kids to adults. Whereas a leapfrog game is specifically designed for little kids because that's the only people that will
Right.
get anything out of it. That's
I
the
agree with
perfect analogy. Moving on.
Okay, and then Brent says also to my knowledge, I've never played a Kojima game. Is Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection on the PS3 a good place to start? Are they good HD ports?
The collection was supposed to be awesome.
Yeah, that is like all the Metal Gear. That's the only place you're really going to play 4 unless you want to deal with like emulation on a PC.
I think it also has the early ones. I think it was the only way to play like the first like the NES ones. They actually ported those as well.
Yeah, I would look that up.
No, the MSX ones.
Yeah,
That's what it is. Yeah, so the true originals.
Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection on the PS3. It had like all of them in there pretty much.
I remember that came into our store and we didn't know it was coming out. We just saw it with all the pictures on the cover.
I thought it was like $50 or $60. Like it had a lot of stuff in it for that, but it was only on the PS3.
I think I have it.
Yeah, you have to be able to stream it from a PS3, misclick. So that's the thing.
Or you could download
figure it out.
the Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 HD pack on Xbox One Game Pass.
There you go.
True, for $1 a month.
For
You can
$1
play
a
for
Can I
free
do that on
months.
I've
PC,
actually been
though?
playing-
I've never touched an Xbox in my life.
So
Well,
Three.
I just want to say
$1 for 3 months.
I just want to say, if you can look at my screen, what this says right here. Shout out to Blanket 6. He just sent me Fire Emblem.
What?
No, let's go! Blanket!
So I will be streaming this game eventually now, and then I can take back
Blanket.
all my jokes. So shout out to Blanket.
Yes,
I thought he
He's
was
gonna play
joking.
for-
He
Golden
just
Year.
DM'd
for a
you.
couple minutes.
Hold on.
It's
No,
boring.
the fact that it was sent to me and I didn't pay for it, that means it's my commitment now. I will stream this whole
Yes.
game.
Hold on.
He's gonna
Golden
play
Deer.
it for 5
Jordan-
minutes.
No, as soon as I'm done with Pokemon or in between playing Pokemon, I will stream this whole game.
Wait. Did Jordan just argue his way to a free copy of Fire Emblem?
No, see, now you're giving people
Collusion!
Listen,
It was
no,
unintentional.
absolutely not. 100%
See,
not.
you're a booby streamer now, Jordan. See what you just did?
Guys, I would really, guys, I
Too much fur, put it away.
You batted
Guys,
your
I
eyelashes.
really want the Death Stranding PS4, but I can't afford it.
Okay.
Help me out, guys.
Colin's Tech Review says, any chance next Switch has an SSD like PS5/Xbox?
We are a long way out to be
Could
worried
be.
about that.
I mean, I don't think they're just going to put a hard drive in a Switch, so.
They'll put a soft
Hey,
drive.
it's Nintendo.
I mean,
Who
okay.
knows what they're gonna do?
Put a soft drive, dude.
Hey, come
I
on.
need
We
a
know
cigarette.
there's YouTubers out there who would say it's gonna have that.
I mean, okay. You could, I mean, Sean, if you got it, we're in overtime, Sean, so if you got to go, you can.
No, I just want to smoke a cigarette, but I want to hang out.
You don't need to smoke a cigarette, actually.
Yeah, we're going to
Stay
curb
on,
your
stay on so he
smoking
doesn't smoke.
habits right now.
You don't need to smoke a cigarette.
Smoke it.
If Fringe can get a free Fire Emblem, you can avoid a cigarette.
Ziljan says, okay, how is Smash not a fighting game? I don't get how people say it's not. It's a fighting game, not because it's at Evo, because it's a fighting game.
Are we going? Are we going to go?
Sakurai touched on this today.
Oh, yeah, he said he considers it more of a party game, right?
It is
He's
a.
never wanted it to be a fighting game.
It is. It is an action fighting game.
There
That's
you
how
go.
it's labeled in Japan, and there's a very clear distinction between a fighting game and an action fighting game in Japan. Because they asked him about Smash Brothers overtaking Street Fighter 2, and he said Street Fighter 2 is still king because I don't consider Smash Brothers and Street Fighter 2 to be in the same genre or the same thing.
He's being humble, but all right.
Yeah.
But he also, I mean, he's also viewed it as it's more of like a party game. It's not a fighting game in a traditional
You know what
sense.
else Sakurai has also said? This is what quote verbatim. The reason why I got Bandai Namco to make Super Smash Brothers for Wii U is because I needed somebody who can make large-scale fighting games. That was a quote from Sakurai. So don't take what Sakurai said. He'll say all sorts of things, okay? When it comes down to it.
We can only take the man for his word. His word keeps changing.
Well, I think
Don't force.
So you know what? Smash Brothers is a 2D action-adventure game where you hit people randomly.
And I'm dead
It's a
serious with what
party
he said.
family game.
What were you saying, Max?
I was gonna say it's treated different because it's looked at different because it's treated different. Like I go to a lot of different like random parties where people just have Smash Brothers on in a corner, and sometimes people are messing with it, and sometimes people aren't. And I feel like you're not seeing that with Mortal Kombat. You're not seeing that with Soul Calibur. It's the one game that people are just like, yeah, I dabble. Like I'll be Bowser for 30 minutes. You know, like everybody. You can literally ask anybody basically who plays games like, who do you main? And they're like, well, I mean, I'm pretty decent with Adult Link. You know.
Yeah, because it's an easy game. You pick up, you know how to play it basically immediately. Whereas you can pick up, you know, you can try to play Mortal Kombat 11, but you're going to get your ass kicked, or you're just going to be sitting there doing punch.
Yes, at all the orgies I go to, they just have a switch in the corner. Like, when you're done beating,
Parties are orgies, man. I just want to know.
You actually typed it in the chat.
Oh, we know about that.
I go to a lot of gaming orgies.
Jesus.
Just any controllers a goal. Anyway,
We have seen the pictures on
Oh
Twitter.
my.
Just send me pictures. I don't want to go. Just send me pictures. You guys
Remind me never to play Wii when I come over to your house.
Let me go through a few more of these. Eric says honk honk all day. That's for
Yeah.
Right.
Cam says, speaking of books, don't forget to buy RGT85's book.
He's not here now, so we can say we're not buying it.
I think honestly, I think I'm gonna buy his
Oh
autograph.
yeah, we have to
one.
buy it for MVG. Not Sean, just for MVG.
Right.
Yeah, he'll roll into too many games with those things. He'll actually, I bet you a lot of people will pick him up there because it looks like a high quality book. So
How can we get an
can't wait to get
MVG
it.
signed copy?
Look at the picture.
Send it to me.
hey,
and I'll...
go to too many games, dude. Hey, Nate, you got to go to too many games. MVG's gonna be there. MVG will be there, and Sean. They'll both be in the same exact place.
Whoa.
We're still working on Sean to travel all of like 45 minutes to PAX East. So
It's true.
Where was? Joe says, the last of the free super chats. I gotta say, MVG, as a Shield TV owner, you introduced me to some great emulators I never knew existed. Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Big Al says, Alo Juan is in Death Stranding.
Laj? Oh, Lajuan.
Yeah, Pablo says, Kojili. Okay, you got it. Match their names together.
They do a fusion dance on stage and become one person.
That'd be awesome.
Fred says Nate is fragile, but not that fragile.
what?
It's a quote from Death Stranding.
Good quote.
Yeah.
Aw.
Got him.
I think it's just pronounced differently. It's fragile, not fragile.
Yeah.
Fragile.
Fragile.
Not fragile.
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 King of DMC says, if it's not the Doritos Pope's influence, it's just the sad state of actual video games. People rather have experiences than video games, in my opinion. Solus says Sakurai is taking home Game of the Year. Okay, there you go, Sean. I mean, you got the screen space, you know. Jose, no message. Thanks, Jose. Corsonic says Death Stranding doesn't deserve Game of the Year or any nomination of Game Awards, is mediocre and should not be on the list. Just saying.
That's subjective.
That is an
How
opinion,
long
just
you play
like
the
the
game.
opinion of the people who nominated it. It's all opinion.
It's all people who can't get past like the first 10 deliveries without going,
Uh-oh,
Pass
just
first
about
10
to
deliveries.
go off.
Jordan, you can't do a combo in Astral Chain. Don't talk about
No, if Astral Chain actually was a good game, I'd change my tune.
Oh man.
I'm kidding. Relax. Okay, relax.
Single combo.
I can say that I own the game. I can say that, okay? I've actually tried playing it.
And it is your subjective opinion.
Larry says Sakurai is taking home the award. Smash is a franchise beloved by millions, plus it has Samus in it, so it gets an instant vote from me.
Weird. Okay.
All right.
Wait, what?
Weird.
That's
It's fine.
Samus?
Continue.
Samus. Okay.
Girl.
All right.
It's a girl. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
It's
And then we have
Mm-hmm.
this is the reason Nate lost his mod status, so I guess I got to read it. Metroid Prime Trilogy at Game Awards 2018. You resigned.
I resigned. I stepped down.
Handed in your
I
2
didn't
weeks.
quit. I wasn't
I
fired.
went
I quit.
out full Nixon style.
Step down. Oh
I said
man.
I did not say anything about Metroid Prime Trilogy at the Game Awards,
I am not a crook.
and I walked away.
That game exists.
Peacefully.
And you walk out.
That's great. Oh man.
I walked out peacefully.
Hey, there's always next year, right? There you go.
The next Game Awards, like in 2020.
Yeah, sure. 2020. We'll go with 2020. We'll go with that. Don't say anything.
Switch Ultimate Pro.
We'll
Okay.
say- don't
In the
say anything.
future, it will
Stop,
happen.
Nate. Stop. We don't need that again.
What if it happens in 2 weeks?
Oh, that'd be hilarious. But it won't.
It's already been
let's
said.
not-
Oh
yeah.
no, we're past the
This is a
boundaries.
thread now.
Wait, what are we talking about? What happens in 2 weeks?
Game
We'll
Awards.
do a Game Awards predictions. We'll do that. So that
That's
way we
actually
can
like
be
3
wrong.
weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
3
3
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like around 3.
All right, so I don't know what the hell's happening in 2 weeks.
There you go.
I don't know.
Matthew Hammond said, "How many how many dollars or euros would it take to change your vote?"
For
I guess for
$4.
$4. That's
for what? Changing my
Change your vote.
What?
I
think
assume
it's
for
like-
like Game of the Year stuff.
game of the, like if you're on the board or whatever.
Yeah.
can't be
$100
paid.
million.
Gosh,
Yeah, give me some ninja money.
it's a serious price for an award show. Doesn't matter.
Oh, Ninja
Hey,
Money is 20
If
million.
they're willing to give the money, then it means something to them. Doesn't mean
There you
shit to
go.
me, so I'll take the money.
There you go. Johnny says cover best ongoing game. Destiny 2 deserves the award.
Okay.
Best ongoing game, wasn't it? Final Fantasy 14 in there as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final
That's-
Fantasy
that's the one.
14 deserves it.
Based on that's what I would probably go with.
I
as
think I
well.
said that in my video. I said there's one person out there defending. It's just you, Dreamcast guy, going, yeah.
I'll be fine, dude. It's so good.
People love that game.
I know nothing about it. I know nothing about any of those games for the most part.
what
The
I've
new
seen
class, the new guy you can play as, the new job as they call it, is basically like the dudes from Final Fantasy VIII. You can get a gunblade, and it's the tank class. You can basically you can make bullets hover in the air, and you basically build up like combo points, and all the bullets clap on them at once. It's so fun.
What happened to Final Fantasy? I thought this was a fantasy. It now has guns and action. What?
It's guns. It's gun swords, so it's okay.
Brad says Mario Kart Joy-Con Drift. Taylor says big difference between the VGAs, the Academy Awards. The Academy Awards are voted by their peers, and VGAs are by critics.
Critics.
Matthew says Half-Life Alex. It looks good. It looks
on.
good.
Looks good.
Can't wait.
It looks very good. Where was? Saab says thank you for creating community. Spawnwave shout out to OJ, Dreamcast, and Jordan.
Much love, man. Much love. I read
Thank
that
you.
super chat as it came in. Thanks, man.
You feel that?
Sean,
You feel that pain,
MVG,
Sean? You feel it?
No, he said only Dreamcast guy. Read it again. It's all right.
Nesh, no message. Ice says Stadia is the new Nokia N-Gage. Well, the Nokia N-Gage is, although I mean the N-Gage is an actual system you can hold. So
The end game
Yeah.
is the worst thing that I've ever. One of the worst things I've ever played.
It had a Sonic game. It had a Elder Scrolls game.
It did have an.
Okay.
You were about to say Skyrim. I heard it.
I almost said Skyrim.
A Tomb Raider game.
Tony Hawk was on there
Tomb Raider
too.
game. Tony Hawk. Bro, you sleeping?
Splinter Cell.
That's what I
You have
said.
to you have to remove the back and the battery to change a game.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh man.
So a little bit of effort in your games, all right? Try a little hard.
Christian.
Just because Ring Fit's the first game to get you to stand out of your chair in like 10 years doesn't mean you shouldn't do it.
Damn. Why are you blasting me?
Straight up just go like this. It's my exercise. I don't need to get about the chair.
Christian says hi Miss Click, hi OJ.
There's some love. There you go.
Don Wilson, no message. Thanks, Don. Sob says, "Yo, OJ, this one, if you're you brother."
You're your brother?
It says you're you brother. This one.
I think
Yeah, you are.
you're saying it's this one's for you, brothers.
I thought it was.
I think that was Saab. But shout outs to Saab. Thank you, man.
Got
I
it.
appreciate that.
Very good.
These LA boys. We
Okay.
West Coast LA.
Sean's still sad.
Yeah, Sean didn't get a mention in the hello. Now he's like,
You can hang of it, Sean. You changed like your the hue on you, and you got like the.
Well, he's learning.
He's learning.
The sequel to Death Stranding is Cry Sitting, and this is it.
Cosmic Creeper says 135 hours in Sword, and she is only in Shield.
Yeah, apparently the ice is only in the. I don't know.
Radberry says Arlo for SpawnCast. Look at that. Oh man, Sean.
Never get used to that.
Go back to the ring.
Ivan says, with all of Xbox's first-party games now coming to PC, do you think it's worth it to buy a next-gen Xbox, or should you just buy a PC?
Well, that depends if Halo Infinite comes out next year.
That's the big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
I think it kind of depends on where you have your setup as well. Because some people just want to play in their living room, like with just like, you know what I mean? Like they don't want to have a PC under there, and I can understand that too. So I get it.
Big screen, sitting back on my couch, Doritos everywhere. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, also to be fair, Evan and I, like I said, when we worked in retail, there are a lot of people who just don't want to deal with PCs. Like a lot, like a ton of people.
But the problem is usually the complaints are exactly what current consoles do anyway. So I don't like updates.
There's a lot of people don't want to deal with it. Yeah. But I mean, they just don't want to deal with drivers and OS and all. You know what I mean? They don't want to deal with all that.
I don't
You
either.
can play Sayonara Wild Hearts.
I mean, Evan, how many PCs would sell just because it lit up like red, blue, or green or something?
That we do. We sold so
all
many.
The time. Didn't care what was in it. It lit up. I'll take it.
Dude, it's red. My kid would love this.
Yeah,
my kid loves red.
Garrett says, Spawn, have you thought about doing a tech wave on a Virtual Boy? I'm interested in your take.
That's an expensive teardown.
That's not too bad.
Is it? I own one. I could send you.
According to Pawn Stars,
I could probably get one that's busted up or something. Just to be hard.
Yeah, that's mine's missing the stupid foam thing around the eye, and somebody gave it to me for.
We could probably find one that's the one lens is off. Like that's a common problem.
I think Ryan from Castlemania has a bunch of Virtual Boy parts on his
store. Cool. There you go. We can maybe fix one.
Just build one.
And then it can, blind me. So that's good. Will says, I may, ma'am. Okay. And then Zaire says,
what?
He comes back to it later.
Ma'am.
No, he'll come back to it later.
Zaire says someone will help me pronounce this again because I messed it up last time. The Somnium Files.
Somnium Files.
Okay, cool. Is my game of the year right now. Haven't finished Jedi yet, but liking it. Jedi is very good. It is.
It's great.
It is very good.
It's very, very good. High rating too. It's like an 87. It's good.
There you go. Will says, so sorry. Speak to talk. Misheard me.
You probably said, "Hey, my man," or something.
Okay, I got it. I am my ma'am. Got it. Okay. I'm reading it how
it's a riddle. We're reading
me man.
Speak to talk misheard me. Yeah, he said probably me man. My man.
Me man.
My man. Brad says game of the decade ?
Ooh. You already know.
So we go back to 2010.
Yeah, we can come back to that after I go through a few more the final super chats here, and we can come back to that as the last one. How about that? That way you guys can think for a minute.
Super overextended.
Lake says, "Why is Goose Game in?" Yeah, I know, right? In Fresh Indie, the category says it's for devs with their first game in 2019. House already released their first in 2016. Why is that? I don't know.
Because the Goose Game is so good.
Okay, it's breaking through. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a goose, damn it.
I'll look into that.
To break through any barrier it wants.
Yeah, that's on the back of the case. It's a goose, damn it.
Jackets Nest says, happy to actually make it to see a bit of the stream after work. Thanks for the great content. Radberry says, do you think Arlo will get affected by COPPA?
No.
At this point, after they kind of talked a bit more about it, I don't think so. There was a concern there in the beginning, though.
Because the subject matter he talks about is not directly catered towards children. Just because he's a puppet does not mean it's catered towards
less
children.
Sunday morning cartoons and a little more Rick and Morty is like the closer lean.
Yeah. Mac says Death Stranding and Control have been reported to have disappointed sales in the past, yet they are most nominated this year. Coincidence? I mean, it's because it just comes down. It doesn't come down to popular vote necessarily. It comes down to just critics voting. So, Jackets Nest says Black Eagles Jordan. All right, it's for Fire Emblem.
I'm getting told like
Lions.
I'm getting told 3 different teams.
I went Blue Lions.
This is why we need more houses. I need more to choose
You
from.
seem like a Blue Lions kind of guy.
Blue
That makes
Lions.
sense.
Is it just because
What
he's
is
wearing
that?
a blue
Because I'm
hoodie?
wearing blue?
No, not you. I was talking to Mr. Spawn way more.
Yeah,
Go
Blue Lions.
with Eagles.
No.
You listen.
Who's
You
who?
play.
So, okay,
you
there's
play
two.
through the
There's-
first part, and you pick based off of your intuition, if you have any.
Okay, but
Okay.
tell me what the 3 are. What are the 3 again? It's hold on, let me guess. It's Golden Goose, it's the
my
Black
God.
Falcons, and it's the Blue
The Street
Kangaroos.
Sharks.
Ooh, the Street Sharks. Ooh, what team is the Street Sharks on?
The Tony Hawks.
Just go Blue Lions.
yeah.
You'll be all right.
Let's
You'll be
go
all right.
Blue Lions.
Go with the Warriors.
Oh, someone said there is a 4th house. Is that a spoiler?
No. You have 3 houses. You have different routes. You just
So who's
go
the
with
4th
how you
house?
feel the interaction works. But we all know you're gonna go because the girl's cute.
Where's the red team?
We already know which route you're gonna go.
Where's the red team though?
Is there somebody who has
Just
Tigo
pick Daenerys
Biddies?
That's the black.
Maybe
That's the
also.
black eagles.
Red and black are 2 different colors.
They wear red
Hey,
and
not
black.
to
though.
me.
That's their thing.
They're the same color to me.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I'm
Because he's
sorry.
colorblind partially.
I'm not partially colorblind. I am colorblind.
No, you're not fully colorblind. You can see
and
some
black.
colors.
Mine
Yeah,
is black.
partially.
I don't see
colorblind.
in gray tones.
Yeah.
I'm not watching like a 19 friggin' movie from 1920s.
Mark says funniest SpawnCast so far this year. Entertaining. A happy 3-year stream anniversary. Misclick. Good night.
Oh, thank you.
Darius says, "Hi guys, sorry I'm late." And,
He should be.
You made it just in time.
and I think that's everything there, Evan. We have all the Discord.
Everything's
questions. We're
done
good to go?
there.
All right,
Yay.
let's go.
It's a good ending
You
image.
ever get your aggro crag?
No, I forgot.
Dude, we need to get the aggro crack still.
Let's
Look
go.
at friggin' what's his name? What the hell is that? idiot?
Mike O'Malley.
Yeah, Mike O'Malley.
Oh man, let's go. Let me go around here. MVZ, where can they find you, man?
You can find me.
Wait, what about our game of the decade?
No.
Oh yeah, what's that? What's that in the decade?
That man paid money for our answers.
Top of my head, I'm gonna say Last of Us. There's games that might be better, but I definitely think Last of Us is one that's going to be remembered for a long time.
Mine will be Breath of the Wild, and you can find me Modern Vintage Gamer on social media. Just Google me. I got a video coming up on Monday as well, and thanks for having me on the show.
Okay, what about Evan?
I literally have nothing standing out in my head from the past decade.
Dang.
All I'm thinking of is recent stuff, and I'm
I thought
pretty
you'd say
sure.
Witcher, dude.
I feel like I would, but like, yeah, it would probably be that. Honestly, if I went back through a list,
Skyrim. I'm totally changing my vote to Skyrim.
I can't.
Okay.
It would definitely be Witcher.
Too late.
still
You
for me.
can't. You're already voted in.
But yeah, just if we're doing the closing stuff too, just Twitter, Kimrex Project. There you go.
Cool. What about Nate? Where can they find you, man? What's your game of the decade?
Game of the decade is Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Okay.
Good choice. Good choice.
Just right at the cutoff. Nice.
Where can they find you though?
And they can find me on Twitter at DirectFeedGames, and you can find me on my other channel is at Nate They Hate with the number 2 at the end, where you can hear me talk about the Game Awards, and you can go into the comments section and say I was wrong 15,000 times like you did tonight.
Yeah,
Sweet. I'm
that
gonna do
channel's
that
going
right
pretty well for you too. So that's
Yeah, I think we actually crossed 1,000 sometime during the week. I missed when it happened.
very nice. Very nice. And then Sean, what about you, man? Where can they find you?
You can find me on RGT85. You can also find me on Castlemania Games if you want to purchase the book right there. Bada boom. Game of the decade, and I don't know, Super Mario Odyssey. I really love that game. I think it's phenomenal. And yeah, go watch my Black Friday related vids. We did one for Switch specific stuff, where you could get the best deals, and then today we did GameStop. Don't sleep on GameStop. They got a fucking Genesis Mini for $50. Like, go buy 2 of them. Like, they give one as a gift.
No.
They got really good deals. We go over that.
I will buy
watched the
0
video.
of them.
I watched your video.
Jordan, what about you? Where can they find you, man?
My game of the. You guys probably know what my game of the
Spyro.
decade is.
Spyro.
Nope.
Borderlands 3.
Borderlands 3.
Nope. But
Borderlands 2.
there we go, baby. Yeah, because Borderlands 2 is not longer, has way more content, but Borderlands 3 will get there eventually. Yeah, so Borderlands 2, I played it the most probably. You can find me on my gaming channel, which is Batteries Low. I linked it in the chat. We hit 2,000 subs yesterday. We're already almost at 2,300 subs. I put out a really cool Jedi Fallen Order kind of like deep dive analysis review yesterday. It didn't get shared out too much. I love the video. I think it's really well done. I want to do more analytical stuff like that, so check it out if you want. And yeah, I guess I'll be streaming some Fire Emblem soon.
Okay.
So
there you go.
Look out for that.
What about Miss Click? Where can they find you?
You guys, hey, thanks for having me on again. You can find me on YouTube as Miss Click Gaming, or you can find me as Miss Click Live on Twitch. What? Oh, I thought you were laughing at me. You were laughing at that. That's fine.
Laughing at Olmec.
Yeah. Anything else, you can find me as MissClickGaming.com. Is it game of the decade for us personally, is what you're saying?
Sure. Yeah. Whatever. You want.
No, what does the industry think?
No. I don't want to.
Entertainment Weekly
I don't want to get anywhere near. I mean, no. I think for me personally, I like have the weird niches, like overworld interaction. I have to say Breath of the Wild.
You have
Then
niches.
for
I'm looking
it-
through my top 10 games, and 4 of them are dead.
I think in and out between like cutscene and gameplay has got to be God of War, and then I think for meta really makes you think about the human condition and where we are as a species right now. Death Stranding.
Okay.
Whoa.
What?
That's pretty deep.
I'm Dreamcast guy on YouTube, by the way. Sorry. Thanks. The channel's been freaking exploding this last couple weeks. I just want to say thank you everybody for sharing a bunch. Been getting a video almost over 100,000 views every couple days lately, and I have no idea why, but thank you everybody. Genuinely, holy hell.
Okay.
Thanks,
and then OJ.
Yeah, you can find me Player Essence. I also got a new channel, OJX, doing a cool Switch giveaway. So you guys subscribe to the channel. I'll link it for you guys. We got some funny. It's like comedy, funny skits. It's all sorts of cool stuff. Then I got the main channel, Player Essence. You can look that up. And game of the decade. It's got to be a tie for me. It's Mass Effect 2 and The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Mass Effect 2 was a crazy experience that nobody's been able to replicate at this point. So Mass
You're
Effect
not
2
wrong.
and Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Those are the two most unique games that I was just like, wow. Between those
Well,
two games.
Mass Effect 2 for sure.
You took Mass
It's
Effect 2 from me.
amazing.
I was
That
gonna say I was
suicide
thinking Mass Effect 2 there for a minute.
That suicide run, that
was
suicide
really
mission
good.
at the end. Who's done something like that? Where you're legit dead ass scared that you're gonna everyone's gonna die.
And then they just completely ruin it.
Yeah, three room. But you didn't
No,
know
hey,
ruined.
three at this point gets a complete pass because of Andromeda. I'll
yeah, that's
completely
true.
play 3
Three is
any
fine.
any day.
That
over
sounds like
Andromeda.
Stockholm Syndrome a little.
I will double down on the God of War talk for that, because I was between that or Breath of the Wild. I'll stick with God of War for right now because we already said Breath of the Wild. But that's gonna do it here for SpawnCast. Thanks everyone for stopping by. It was a bit longer tonight, but it was the Game Awards. I had a feeling it was gonna be a bit longer. But we'll be back next Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll see you guys then.